Okay, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I mean, that sounds so good. I can hear myself clearly, and I know you can hear me from wherever you are. I don't know if we are live now, but you can hear me. This is time for the devotional, the short devotional. So, so we are going to ask all the teams. We will ask all the team members, supporters alike, to please pay attention for the next 2 to 5 minutes, and then we will say the prayer. And my fellow commentator here is going. Okay, good night, everybody. Welcome and have. Okay, good. We are back, ready for the devotion. Let's go right into the devotion. There is a favorite text of mine that is found in Proverbs, the book of Proverbs 22 and verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, that when he is old enough, he will not depart from it. The text talks about values, setting values, modeling values, living by values. You see, values protect your thinking, values direct your action. Values set you up to undertake the challenges of every day. It is important that we model before our children and the people who are younger than us positive values. Values that is going to channel their energies into doing things that are going to promote them. Sometimes, guys, I wish I could give a dose of self-esteem to every young person in this country. What I see is happening. I think we've missed the boat. Our values from parents, from homes, must be creative, must be positive. And that's what the Bible is talking about. What you want your child or children to be, you must first be it. So you don't tell your children don't drink and then you are drinking. You don't tell your children don't curse and you are cursing. Modeling values. In fact, Jesus' coming here was to model values. The apostles took off after Jesus and continue modeling these values. And today here we are, 2,000 years later, modeling these values. And tonight is our last game, and I must tell you how good you make me feel, players, when I see you model values of sportsmanship, the attitude and the overwhelming atmosphere you carry into the game is beyond my own comprehension. So tonight I want to tell you I am very, very happy for what we have achieved over the past few weeks or months in this competition and what we are doing here. Remember what the good word says. Train up a child in the way you should go, that when he is old enough, he will not depart from it. Depart from what? The positive values that give every individual, every child, the challenge to succeed. It amazes me that some parents can motivate and move their children to conquer the world, their dreams and their visions. And some parents cannot help their children pass the common entrance. Values. So tonight, young men, I guess most of you here are fathers. Let me empower you today to live by positive values. Share good values, and your family will be successful. Let us pray. Our Father, we are so thankful for the values you imparted while you were here. The values that you have given to us so that we can build our lives successfully amid the crowd of confusion, the pain, the frustration, when a dream dies for a young man or a young woman to get back in line. We are so happy that they are values through which we can channel our energies to be successful. Thank you for loving us. We pray that you keep the rain away tonight, and you give, and we have a wonderful game. May every team play to their best, and winning will take care of itself. Thank you again for the privilege to play cricket. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody. Good night. So tonight with me is, I'm off. I'm off. Okay, I'm back on. Again tonight, Greg Wilson is here with me. Greg, good night.
Yeah, good evening and good evening to the viewers.
We would like to welcome everybody with the news that Millet won the toss and decided to bat. What's your view on that?
Well, I think it's a good move. Looking at the wicket prior to the start of the toss, it looked like a very good wicket to bat. So it's a good decision. Put runs on the board and scoreboard pressure certainly does take its toll on the team batting second sometimes in the finals.
I agree with this. The outfield looked good and the outfield also looked dry. That's a plus.
Yes, the wicket is good. Like you said, good outfield, good batting condition. Very good condition overall for cricket.
Let's take a quick look at the team. Millet?
Yeah, well, Millet certainly, if I had a dime to bet, it would have been on Millet. I think they very well-rounded team. They bat very deep.
Up to number 9, I think.
And more so, very experienced team. Quite a few national and former national players in the midst.
I think they have played very good cricket. And also Mount Olive.
Yeah, well, Mount Olive is a very good competitive team. Bunch of youngsters, very energetic.
And well-led.
Well-led by Mr. Chaz as well.
Yes.
So certainly it should make for good competitive finals.
Yes. I am saying that they look to be the team that practice the most. On the field, they seems to be very energetic and they don't worry. Against leadership plays a vital role in settling teammates together, and he has a mixture of young and older players there.
Yes, very much so. And there are a few youngsters which I know who have played very competitive cricket in past, the likes of Selwyn Boyce, you know, and there's another youngster, I think he has number 2, just forgot his name. Yeah. But so certainly they are a good bunch. Yeah, Solomon. Lee Solomon, that's the name I was looking for. He's also played, I think, on the 17 for West Indies. He had a tour of England. So certainly they have some good potential in their midst.
Very, very interesting. And that really makes the APL, the quality of cricket, it takes it to a higher level. When you have people of that level is playing take ball cricket here, it's very, very good for the competition.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we have seen quite a few even current national players, former national players, and some national under 19 players. So it's a good blend of youth and experience in the competition.
Yeah, and tonight we have umpire King, umpire Leo, and who is standing at square leg?
Yes, so Millet certainly would be looking to post a very competitive total. Again, comes forward, very good delivery, bringing the batsman forward. So certainly, bowler seems to be getting a good line, good length very early.
I like this young man. Let's take a look at him. I like his action very much when he gets up to the crease. Although he loses the fluency in running, but look at his shoulders.
Yes, very much so. The last effort, it certainly looks like a very big effort when he is delivering the ball.
Yeah, and his head turns away. Fast bowlers are encouraged to keep your eye, right?
Yes. So
your head level?
Yes, so certainly he looks like a good prospect. Just needs someone to perhaps work with him. So Cameron Chaz, very full delivery, and his ball! Mount Olive has claimed the first scalp. Cameron looking for a big expansive drive outside the awesome, getting the inside edge, and the build was knocked off.
I think the ball was full. These bowlers bowl very full. And what happened, it was faster than he thought it would. So when he saw it right up there, his eyes opened up, and he really wanted to hit it over the ropes, but he was a little late on the shot, and he got a thick edge and onto his stumps.
Yes, good bowling indeed. This one was well up to the bat, and Cameron Chaz, as you did indicate, his eyes lit up when he saw sort of a half volley and getting the inside edge and was bowled.
As an experienced opener, your first over, what do you take that chance?
Well, once the ball is up there to score, you have to always have a positive frame of mind.
Always
because
have a
that might be the only delivery you get to score.
Of that first over.
So it's a question of being out there, having a positive frame of mind, and play every ball on its merit.
Very well. So Xavier Gabriel comes in to replace
Cameron
Chaz,
Charles.
yes.
So certainly the all-rounder Xavier Gabriel, very experienced, has played first-class cricket for the Windward Island as well. Has been a season campaigner for St. Lucia for a number of years and certainly has done well for his district team, Millet. Again, brings Xavier Gabriel forward. Good delivery. Very good bowling indeed, very first over.
Very, very good bowling, and he's bowling right on the off-stump line. So the batsmen have to play, and you can see he pushing bat and pad close together. He's not sure. He's really not sure if to leave it alone or play.
Certainly no freebies.
Yes.
Very early, really making Millet fight for every run. It looked like so good competitive bowling, good accurate bowling so far. Xavier Gabriel looking to good. Look like a possibly stumping chance. You could see the keeper has his hole in his head, so it's an indication from out there that he thought Gabriel might have been out. Just
a split, just a split moment there. Probably his feet was up. The wicket keeper, the way his reaction indicated that he may have had a stumping chance. But you know, wicket keepers, they can be very exciting over very little. But very, very impressive over. Very impressive over on the line. Ball pitch up. There was no shot ball. There was no room given to the batsman to hit freely. I think only one run, the first ball came off that over. So very good over.
Two actually at the end of the first over. Two for the score, for the loss of 1 wicket. APL Charles, we see introduction of spin very early.
Son of the wicketkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's always nice. I think it's a good feeling dad to be out there playing with his son.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I have not had and will not have that experience. Have you?
No, I have a daughter, not a son. Again, this one a bit on the short side, but
that's right.
The batsman perhaps a little cautious considering the fact they have lost a very early wicket. But certainly this one was a loose one to be put away.
And he better don't bowl there because he has nobody down here to help him. Nobody on the leg side there to help him. Well, okay, now the man close to the square leg umpire goes back a few paces.
Yeah, closer
but there's
to the
no
40-yard circle.
That's right. There's nobody on the boundary.
Again. Short ball, and this one is whipped through the mid-wicket. Good stop indeed by the fielder at square leg. Just restricting the batsman to 1, and the score moves on to 3 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Craig, you know, that ball was coming straight into his lap if he had stayed where he was.
Yes, he was pushed back a few meters, and that may have cost them the opportunity of claiming a second wicket. But the batsman, Xavier Gabriel, just doing some slight adjustment to his laces, surveying the field. Anil again into Xavier, full one. Just works this one on the outside, down to the long on boundary, and only getting a single. So clearly the batsmen are very cautious.
Very cautious.
Against the spin of APL Charles.
He's not doing too badly given the circumstances.
No, it's still very early days. In fact, they have lost 1 wicket. Again, APL shot one down the leg side. Umpire signal wide.
He must be advised to stay away from that line because these Millet batsmen can hit that ball anywhere they want to. They have the power, and he must be careful.
APL again shot one down leg side. Oh, just a mistime jump there by the fielder at square leg, and he's indicating that he may have lost it in the light, but certainly a chance gonna beg in there.
Yeah, the effort seems to be that he was not sure, and so he indicated to his players that there's a light issue with him there. But the effort indicated that he was not really in line.
Yes, certainly a poor effort indeed. Neil again, full toss delivery. This one is pulled down to the man at the long on boundary, 1 bounce. He is lucky to have gotten away with this full delivery.
Full deliveries, promise runs, but your wicket could fall also.
Yes, Anil again into short ball, and Xavier looks to pull this one through the mid-wicket area. Certainly was not the best of overs, but he could consider himself very lucky not to have considered perhaps 2 or 3 boundaries in the process. But they have moved on to 10 for the loss of 1 wicket in the second over.
Yeah, it's hard to watch a young man bowl off spin and pitching the ball on the leg stump. He's always going to get into trouble. And to make matters worse, when it is as short as he's bowling, I don't know how he escaped this first over, but he was on the lucky side, as Craig said. We would probably hope to see better, especially with all the fielders in. You must be more accurate and consistent with length and line.
Yes, certainly. He got away with quite a few loose deliveries, but we see the start of the third over. Moves into the batsman, and again, just about off stump line, really bringing the batsman forward, really cannot do much with this thing. So certainly good, accurate, tight line and length bowling there.
Very, very, very impressive. I must say it's very impressive. The control he has exhibited this evening, it's all about the off stump line, and he's not getting out of there.
Jones into Charles. Again, he looks to pull this one. Is a catch? No, just drop shot of the fielder on the long on boundary. So certainly half volley, looking to go over the top, looking to play the lofted drive, but didn't get full hold of the delivery.
Yeah. I think, yeah, the batsman must be positive to put away bad balls, but they have to be careful.
Yes, as we see Micah Jones again into Xavier Gabriel. And Xavier Gabriel goes for the big flashing drive outside the off stump, getting the outer edge.
Yeah.
And the man at gully sort of dived forward, but dropped well short of him, and it went down to the footman boundary for 4.
And this one was just about the fifth stump line there, just outside the off stump.
Yes.
And he opened his shoulders.
Yes, really went for the
that's right,
for the lofted drive, but getting the thick outside edge and the ball falling short.
And on the offside, there's somebody on the offside coming back into long on there. Excuse me.
Jones just have to we just say button his run. Jones now into Gabriel. Gabriel goes for the drive again. See the diving Selwyn boys, but the ball just got parried from his hand and was still able to get down to the footman boundary for 4. So another successful boundary there by Xavier Gabriel.
Again, the bowler is bowling too wide. I mean, the first over was brilliant, and he started the second over good. But these last 2 balls, he's gone 5th line stump. Now, I don't know what is the plot. However, there is no man at slips. So why would you bowl on the 5th line stump if you don't have slips? Or even a close in gully for the catch?
Certainly giving Gabriel a chance to freeze him again.
He's
this
back.
One is right back on the money.
So
he certainly has learned his lesson.
He's back, yeah.
Bowled 2 wide deliveries outside the off stump. We saw Xavier Gabriel really playing the big flashing drive. Got 2 fortuitous boundary down to Footman, but he's back on the money again. To Micah, this one is down leg side. He whips it off the path. Brilliant field. And the chance for a run out. Oh! Chance for a run out there.
We must give the fielder some credit there. It was very good fielding.
Yes.
But to get the ball into the wicketkeeper,
excellent
he was out of balance, and he was still his momentum was still carrying him forward when he threw back the ball.
Well, had it just perhaps delayed just a few seconds,
he would
have had enough time to effect a run out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the third over, the score has moved on to 20. Very productive over for Millet. Some 10 runs coming off the last over.
2 falls to long on.
2 falls to third man. The run at short fine leg and the lofted drive at long on.
Yeah.
So certainly a good productive over for Millet.
And we
getting some 10 runs off the over.
We are continuing with the spinner. I would have gone for a medium pacer, but you never know how it works out.
Yes, Charles again. And Xavier Gabriel, big lofted drive. Will he get away with this one? Yes, he has. And 1 bounce over the extra cover boundary there for 4. So Xavier Gabriel certainly is getting a move on.
As I was saying, his first over was not very good. Not lose confidence here. And the batsman had a chance to take a look at him. Now, he cannot bowl a bad ball to one of these guys now. They will destroy him.
Charge. Oh, and
takes it. He dropped it.
Yes, it looks like Charles could not get to this one. Was
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
from him, but good valiant effort by him, considering he's not a spring chicken. So certainly one will not fault the keeper for not
Yeah.
pulling off this catch.
Usually these catches are difficult because they are really, the revolutions on them are so many.
Yes. We see Charles again into Xavier Gabriel. And he's a personally on his stump. His stump. Brilliant work indeed there by the wicketkeeper.
Yes.
So Xavier Gabriel is bold of the bowling of your younger Charles and stumped by his dad Charles.
Yes,
So certainly a good combination
Yeah.
there, father and son combination. Xavier Gabriel just strayed away from the wicket slightly from the crease, and he was brilliantly stumped. So certainly Mount Olive has effect another breakthrough. The dangerous Xavier Gabriel is outstumped.
Magnificent work by the wicketkeeper. And there it goes again. My prediction is appearing to be wrong now. And that is the thing about cricket or sports, predicting sports. And that's why I would never have been a betman, because you really don't know. And you could use all of your education and your experience about the game, and you could still come out at the wrong end. I was saying I would not have bowled the young man because his first over was not good, was not great, and he did not have protections on the edge of the boundary. The first ball was hit for 4, and now the second ball, he was dropped at the wicket, and the third ball is outstamped.
Yes, so as you did indicate, you would not have been a good betting man, but brilliant piece of work there by wicketkeeper Charles. So it looks like is this Kester?
Kester.
Yes, it's
The captain?
Kester Shalmine
Yeah.
at the wicket right now. Charles to Kester, and he comes forward. This one was down the leg side. Perhaps he should have had a go at this one, but very early days for him. They've just lost the wicket, so he's trying to be a little cautious.
I've seen him play 2 good innings this season so far.
Yes,
250s.
very promising all-rounder, one would say.
Yeah.
Kester again comes forward. Very cautious in approach to.
Since the young man took the wicket, look, he's looping the ball more. Confidence does something to you in any aspect of your life, sports, gardening, whatever you do. And the young man, after getting the batsman stumped there, I noticed there was more control, and also he was looping the ball more. And that anytime you loop the ball as a spinner, that shows you're brave, especially in a T20 so early in the game.
Yes, well, having gotten the wicket of Xavier Gabriel certainly has bolstered his confidence. Very good over indeed for Mount Olive, only conceding 4 runs and getting the wicket of the potential dangerous Xavier Gabriel.
So are they continuing? Is it a bowling change or the opening bowler will continue? We're not sure. He had 2 good overs. The last over cost 10 runs.
It looked like Jones will be continuing still. This one is moving down the leg sides.
Leg stump line.
Charles been struck on the leg. So certainly Mount Olive are really pegging the
Good work.
Millet back to a certain degree. And this one, my goodness, he was almost bowled.
Right, sure.
This one went right for looking to play the lofted drive.
But it was a faster ball also.
But certainly he was beaten for pace.
He was beaten for pace.
Certainly beaten for pace.
The bowler is doing a fine job here. He's
So
trying
Jones is really, one would say, a deceptive bowler.
That's right. He's trying to deceive the batsman. Yeah. He's run up. There is not much energy there. But when he gets to the stump, he really bends his back and his shoulders
come in. That's where he puts the effort.
Here he comes.
And this one, the extra effort, we could hear the grunt from out here.
Yeah.
And he's straight down the leg side. So really, you could, as you did indicate, he's really putting in the effort in the final yard.
Yeah. Craig, what I have noticed is the number of wides that are being bowled. We'll talk about that in a while.
Jones again coming forward as Charles getting the outer portion of the bats. This one, the ball trickles through the point area. So certainly Jones has been doing a very good job. This one again, just outside the off stump. Chaz looking to hit this one through the cover point area, not making any contact. So good bowling there by the opening bowler Jones.
I was saying I'm amazed by the number of wides that our bowlers in this competition bowl. One team bowled 23 wides.
Jones again into Chaz. Again, just short of the man at cover.
Short cover there. Yeah.
Perhaps a better effort.
No, I think it was too short. It was too short from
No,
him.
but from our vantage point, from what you're seeing, the reaction of the wicket keeper in particular, you're suggesting to him that he perhaps should have stretched his hands out further. Jones again, good drive, but unable to.
Made on. Charles has made on.
That shot made on. And good bowling there. So good over there, good foot over there by Jones, just conceding just one run. So they are certainly pegging the Millet batters.
Very, very good work here by Mount Olive. I am very much impressed with what is happening here. They have given away a couple of boundary balls, but overall, the bowling has been fantastic. And especially to see young Charles has the ball again. And he's going to watch. Let us see if he's going to continue to loop the ball or is he going to push it through. That stage of the game, the bowlers always push it through. Let's see what he does. Tossing the ball from hand to hand.
This one was short and Kester a bit very cautious, one would say. This one certainly should have been dispatched over the mid-wicket boundary.
Yes, yes. Kester noticed that. You saw Kester action, you say, I miss out.
Good ball, good shot. Just getting forward onto the front foot and just hitting this one over the short cover. Fielder down to the boundary for us. So exquisite shot there played by Kester Shalmine.
Yeah, you need to give the young man some protection against the Millet batsman.
But one has to take into consideration they're still in the power play. Only two fielders are allowed outside of the 40-yard circle.
Yeah, that's right.
So one really has to give credit to the batsman. Was really properly executed. Short ball coming back into the stump.
Yeah.
Looking to pull this one over the mid-wicket area.
So that is why I would not bowl him that early, because I don't have the power or the men to put out there for him. But he's doing a fair job.
Charles again into Kester, and he cuts this one past the man at point. Selwyn boys down to the boundary for 4.
Magnificent shot.
Beautiful.
The ball was asking for it. Okay. It was short and wide. And if it's short and wide, it's at the mercy of the batsman.
Yes, certainly.
And Kester did not let that pass him by. He hit it well between, the square fielder, the man at point there, and the ball just, man at point had a dive at it, but it just cannon into the ropes.
Charles into Kester, again short, just coming on the back foot, looking to punch. Chance for a run out. He looked like he made it.
Yes.
It was a bit tight, but quicker reaction by the fielder at the cover region would have resulted in a run out. But from our vantage point, one would say that he was in.
But look at what happened there. The non-striker, the batsman who played the shot passed the non-striker, three-quarter away on his other side. So he was really ball watching.
Yes,
ball watching.
Yes, so certainly looked like he must have fallen asleep.
Yes.
So Charles now looking to again.
And that is trouble. That is trouble up there. He threw it at the wrong end.
Kester Sylvester is very quick between wickets, but Charles certainly has issues. The communication at the wicket is not the best. So at the end of the 6, the power play, Millet has moved on to 45 for 2.
Yeah. Millet should just take time and build. I mean, hit the odd ball into the boundary, but take time and build. You could go until the 12th over because there are men who could put the ball in the fence. You don't want to lose too many wickets within the first 6. Well, you lose 2 today. But however, now is rebuilding stages. You will have to take a little more chances. 32 in 6, well, that is not the best. That is not the best. But it's a launching pad you can work from.
It looks like Jones is going to bowl his spell right through. Again.
Slower delivery.
Slower delivery. Mixing it up quite nicely.
Beautifully.
And it was very accurate bowling. We'll get Jones' figures in a while. But he certainly has done a very good job for the Mount Olive team.
What I like about him, he's a thinking bowler. He doesn't just run up.
Jones into Charles. Full delivery driven through the long on.
So there's much thought.
In just one run.
There's much thought in each delivery. The ball who came full there must have probably been his attempt to bowl a yorker or to pitch the ball right up.
Yes, certainly he is not that predictable. He's a thinking bowler, and he still looks to mix it up quite a bit. Outside the off stump, cuts past the man at point down to the boundary for 4.
Again, he missed the line. On the 5th lane stop, wide and slightly short, and the batsman eyes lit up again. And this guys, this is what you see the Millet batsmen are doing there is evidence of good batsmanship. You bowl a good ball, you miss your length, and I put you away. And that is the essence of positive batting. Put away the bad delivery.
Yes, so Kessler Sylvester certainly being severe on the short pitch delivery. And this one is outside the leg stump, certainly missing out on this one. But as you did indicate, he has not missed out on anything short outside the off stump. He has really capitalized on the loose bowling outside the off stump.
Yes. Very, very good batting. I'm very much impressed with that. This is the final, and we are having good cricket. Remember, the cricket is brought to you the kind compliments of Cepal Holdings for all your concrete needs.
Yes, Jones again into Kester down the leg side. This one just hitting him on the pad. Perhaps just missing out on an opportunity to get at least a single.
Yeah. But there's a man shot on the leg there, and you just have to pass him. And
well,
you can get 2.
You look at from the short mid wicket to short fine leg is vacant. So
that's right. That's right.
Jones into Sylvester outside the off stump. Full delivery.
Again.
Really can't do too much with this one.
And another impressive over. Very much so. Very much. I think that's his 4th. I think he
has bowled out.
We'll get his bowling figures,
so
but
at the end of 7,
42.
40 for the loss of 2.
Yeah, 40 for the 2. And
so just 5. What's the score?
4 overs, 1 for 17.
Yes, certainly.
By all means, all standard, this is very good bowling.
Yes, very good bowling. He has gone for less than 5 and over.
That's right.
Perhaps 4.25.
Yes, very, very good.
So very economical bowling there. Certainly they would be pleased with the efforts of Jones, and we see a change in bowling from the southern end.
Yes.
The bowler just now is coming in to replace Charles.
And one thing we have noticed, Faye and
Moise will be replacing.
Also, one thing I have noticed in the competition is quality spinners. A lot of people running up to bowl, but quality spinners. We have not seen many of them.
Into Charles. This one is down the leg side. Swung at this one, completely missed, and umpire signal wide.
Yeah.
So certainly not a good start from Moise.
Yeah,
so delivery straight down the leg side, as you did indicate, another wide down the leg side.
Yeah, as I was saying, we have not seen quality spinners. Very, very few spinners, for say. You have some teams who have 5, 6 guys, all of them running up to the wicket. We really need to see something. We saw Charles tonight, and he didn't do too badly. So 5 overs.
Moise into Charles down, wayward down the leg side. Another wide.
And that can be a problem for the captain and for the team. Bowlers bowling wide. Because when you bowl 10 wides, you've given 10, and you bowl 12 wides, you've given 12 extra runs, and you must bowl 2 extra overs.
So actually you're bowling 22 overs.
Yeah, that's right. So you bowl in 22 overs, and you give away 12 runs in a 20-over match.
Moise into Charles. This one just slightly outside the off, bringing him forward. He was beaten. The keeper, Charles.
Moise has the potential to bowl unplayable deliveries, but they come in intervals. He would have to learn to run up and bowl the ball consistently on one length. That is going to help him and his team.
Charles, short delivery, and he just swivel into position and just plays this one backward of square down to the boundary for 4. So certainly he has been strained down the leg side for quite a bit, and on this occasion he has been for it.
Greg, as I was saying, the previous ball, he beat the batsman, and here he just go into the leg stump, short into the leg stump. You know, that is just too bad.
Yes, very inconsistent.
Yeah, very inconsistent.
And on this occasion, he was made to pay for. Simo is now into Charles, and big lofted drive. Is he going to clear the boundary? Goes all the way for 6.
Magnificent.
Magnificent shot there. We just saw him planting the front foot, and just big lofted drive. This one goes between the wide mid-wicket and the long-on boundary for 6.
And the bowler misses length there, and he was just trying to get the ball pitch up, but he was probably a couple foot back. So the batsman could have get under it, and he just maintained his poise as that ball sailed into the fence. That was a magnificent shot. I enjoyed it.
Well executed shot. We saw Charles, the keeper, going down to pass on a bit of advice to him. Let's see. Shot outside Yossam just guides this one down through short foot man.
Intelligent.
And gets us in. So good, sensible batting.
Intelligent batting.
It's not just about playing the big shots, but
some batsmen believe the bowler cannot bowl a good ball. But doesn't matter if you give him 3 sixes. The 4th delivery, he could bowl you.
Kester Moise to Shalmain. And he gets behind this one.
Very good ball.
Yeah, good delivery. It's just that he needs to be.
Yeah.
So we need to see that sort of consistency from him. It's a question of his bowling one very good delivery and then followed up perhaps by another loose delivery. So we've not seen the consistency from him.
No.
Moise into Shalmain again. Shot outside your stump.
Straight to point here.
Cuts this one to Selwyn Boyce at point.
And at that level, when the championship game is on, you are not permitted to mess up. You are not permitted to bowl short. You are not permitted to misfield. You are not permitted. This is what you have been playing for all season. And this is always a pressure game. You need cool heads. And you need to do what you used to do before. What you used to do that gets you into the final, that is what you should be doing. Don't try to do anything extraordinary. You're just going to mess up.
So we see another bowling change. We see the new bowler. He'll be replacing Jones. We'll get the name of the new player. Sadrak Theodore.
Sadrak Theodore, yeah. So Sadrak has the privilege of getting more cover on the boundary. And he have indicated that by placing a man backward square.
Ooh. This one is short outside Yossam. Just getting position and looking to pull this one through the long leg area and goes down to the boundary for 4. So very loose ball in there by Sadrak.
No, I wonder if that was planned because he did move a fielder back there, but there was no one square of the umpire for the actual shot, playing the shot. And then the ball was just above, about head height. So when the ball is about the head height, it's very difficult to control. So look, I would say lucky for the batsman.
Shadrach again into Charles. Shot. Looks to pull this one through the mid-wicket area. They've gotten one. Come back for the second, and that's all he will get.
Good throw.
So
the Millet batsmen are giving us indicators that they're not going to sit back and let Mount Olive dictate the game. They are going to hit the ball that is available to hit. They are going to hit the ball. So they know they have to put on a score on the board, and that's what they're doing here.
Shadrach into Charles, slower ball, comes forward. Good cricket. Has gotten some 8 runs in the first 2 deliveries. There's no need to be going helter-skelter.
Yeah.
So certainly respecting the good delivery and just come forward and just smother this one.
Well, he bowled a slower ball by stopping the rotation on his arm, the quick rotation. And that is not the way you bowl a slow ball.
Well, it was predictable, one would say. Well, it was easy to have picked, if I may say, from very early.
The non-striker could have called his striker and say, slow ball coming. Because it was so, it was so slow. It's an art. The Bravo deepers and all of this.
It is something that you have to practice consistently. Shadrach into Charles, looking to force this one.
Off the thigh pad,
Being struck on the thigh, and the ball goes down to the man at short foot man.
So we are really, the game is 59 for 2 in the 8th over. So we are really and a tight, nobody dropping for each other. There is tension, you can feel the tension.
Shadrach into Charles, down the leg side. It looks like this one came off the leg.
Yeah.
So Shadrach, after conceding 8 runs in his first 2 deliveries, certainly came back very well, not conceding any more runs.
Yeah. Shadrach bowling style will give him some little, will give him a little difficulty in controlling the ball. He appears to be slinging the ball, and as he come over his shoulder, he almost come in square like. So that can give him a little difficulty in controlling the ball. And I said again, your action doesn't matter. It's how well have you practiced, and you are able to manage what you do. It's just not run up and bowl, say you're bowling fast, but control, consistency, length and line to every batsman. What is the plan? What are we bowling to? What is the field placed like? Oh, we bowl one side of the wicket. We don't bowl everywhere, just one side of the wicket. Let's do it.
See, so this one is full on the leg side. This one is clipped through the mid-wicket area.
Beautiful.
Shalmine wanted to, but Charles looked like perhaps getting some cramp out in the middle. Certainly he's having a bit of issue with his leg.
It seems to me his knee, Scotty there, Scotty?
No, that's Charles.
That's Charles. Okay. Yeah, apparently in running, he just came in and he exerted some pressure in getting to the other end. That may have just pulled him up a little.
Good full delivery there.
Through the defense.
Yes, good delivery indeed.
After 9 overs, the score is 60 for 2.
Yeah.
And that was a lovely delivery.
Yes, good delivery there by Faye and Moise to Charles. Yokolen delivery couldn't do much with this one. Moise into Charles again. Looks for the big expansive drive, getting the inner portion of the bat through the mid-wicket area.
Of the boundary?
The fielder comes off the mid-wicket boundary, only result in 1 run. So certainly, Fayan has been doing a good job so far in this over.
Very, very good job. Very good job.
Fayan into Kester. Outside out. Just whip this one off the leg. They've gone for 1. And that's all they're going to be. Good positive throw there by the fielder.
I think
coming off the mid-wicket boundary.
A few balls have gone past the square leg umpire. And yet it remained vacant. Now you always protect, give your bowlers who's going to stray on the stump some help.
On this one, again looking to play this one.
Yeah.
Through the mid-wicket area again, square leg area, sorry. Yeah. Falling well short, resulting in just 1 run. Yeah. So considering the last 3 deliveries have gone in the very same direction,
that's
one would thought that a field change would have been effected by now.
Yeah, by now, yes, that's what I was indicating here. That's just how the game is.
Moise into Shalmai now, and this one is a big outside edge. Who is going to take this one? And he is dropped. He is dropped. My goodness.
He was so casual and confident that he did not have to move far. The ball just came right before him. He should have taken that ball.
Yes, it looked like Lee Solomon, perhaps a little too overconfident. Went for the reverse cup.
61!
And
the score is 62. What I was saying earlier, Greg, that it's unfortunate when you miss your length, when you are bowling bad, you always bowl down the leg side. So captains must learn. When you are bowling bad, it appears that you are always bowling down the leg side. So captains must help their bowlers and give them some protection, especially in the tip ball competition. There are a lot of leg side bowling, and we've seen the ball came down here a few times, and there's no protection for the bowler. Who's coming next?
So we see Shadrach Fiedor continuing with the bowling to Kester, who got a live a short while ago. Inner portion of the bat. And keeper Chaz moved to this one very quickly, resulting in no runs.
Yeah,
so Shadrach pretty much continuing where he left off in his first over.
Yeah, and he looked to be hurried.
Shadrach into Kester. This one just kept low. Trifling and Kester coming forward. This one getting the
outside edge
portion of the bat and trickling down to the man at short third man. Yeah. So outside 2 good deliveries so far from Shadrach.
Very good. Very good.
Shadrach now into Kester. This one is up.
It's going to be a run out.
Inner portion of the bat. Looking for the big expansive drive. And only resulting in 1 run. So, as they would say, Shadrach really is pulling the choke at this point in time.
I think the Mount Olives are learning quickly. They understand they cannot bowl short. It's better to bowl a full ball than a short ball every day.
Yes, and the full delivery has been working for them so far. Slow up delivery. And again,
It was slower again. Slower ball again.
the batsman perhaps did not pick this one very early.
Because he's really not clever with the short ball, with the slower delivery. You can see the arm rotation comes in slowly, but with control. And that is what has helped him.
Shadrach moves into Charles. Short delivery, just went for the almighty heave.
Almost
And completely missed this one. And
appears to be
was
almost
bowled.
cross-batted.
It was cross-batted
yeah.
shot. Really,
Yeah.
one would say he was aiming for cow corner, so to speak.
That's right. That's right. I mean for cow corner. But again, Shadrach keeps on bowling, length and line where he wants it to be.
In the midst of a good spell there. Again, this one just slightly down the leg side, looking for the big shots.
I think the
completely
batman. I think the batman.
miss this one.
I think the batman should rethink his plan, because he played some rash shots, and there's no need for that. After 11 overs, you are 64 for 2. I mean, this is a good launching pad now, and they should be more careful. They should try and continue scoring until probably the 14th, 15th over, and then you can have that kind of shot being played. But right now, they're building a platform after 2 early wickets went down, and I think Millet are doing pretty well.
Well, I think where the Millet perhaps missing the plot at this point. They're perhaps looking for too many big shots rather than they are short balls where they perhaps should be looking for singles, and they're not.
Yes.
And they're not. So, hence the reason why they keep missing out. A good drive.
Well stopped at short cover.
Yeah, so really the Mount Olive seems to be going for a pretty good spell at this point, really keeping the runs down, the scoring.
Very, very, very impressive here.
Shot down the leg side.
Yeah.
Kester certainly missed out on this one.
And here he's appearing to be frustrated with himself. And that is not what he should be doing. He should be really thinking harder. This was shot of a good length. And if you're not into the shot early, the ball will always hit you. Or you will top the ball, you'll top edge the ball, you will get caught somewhere. You have to, a shot of a length delivery is always a difficult to get away.
And into Kester. He drives this one through the cover area. Beating the Lee Solomon. The dive in Lee Solomon, but only resulting in 1 run. So, good shot, but resulting in just 1 run.
We have a man on the cover boundary, yeah?
Yes, there is a man on
the
the
cover
extra.
boundary. There's a man at cover point. This made off gentleman here. And then we have a man at long on. That's the offside field.
And this one will be out caught. Yes, he is. Like you said, he has gone to the well one too many times, attempted the shot on numerous occasions.
That's right.
He finally made contact, but he successfully got the fielder at the long on boundary.
And that is what I was saying, that really he have been trying to hit the ball. I mean, there was no need for that. 60, 64 in the 12 over. I mean, you can work yourself around that. But he have been swiping, cross-batted, trying to hit across the line and everything. And he finally get one caught down there. So I think that is Big Merv, I'm thinking?
Yeah, this is Mervyn Charles.
Mervyn Charles, yeah.
So the experienced Mervyn Charles has played for Millet, South Castries for a number of years, also played for St. Lucia. Really made his debut in the Stanford 2020. One would recall he was one of those who played in the Stanford 2020.
Wow.
So certainly a wealth of experience out there.
Yeah, well, we'll see what he's...
Into Kester, this one.
Bad. Yeah.
So certainly Moise been doing a very good job.
Very, very good job. Very good job.
Really has.
Again, the ball that got the wicket there, not a full ball, and the batsman could not get under it because he had the power to get it over the fence. But when you don't get under the ball...
Yeah, seriously could not get the elevation.
Yes, right.
Moise into Chalmides. This one is just back of a length slightly and looking to pull this one. Really did not have the sort of length for that sort of delivery. But the end of another successful over.
12 overs completed, 65 for free. I think the game is even Steven. I don't think one side have dominated. The batting have been put on check. You can see the Millet batsmen are really trying their best to get on with it. But the bowling is very good. The odd balls have gone to the boundary, but generally, I must say that the Millet attack, the good Mount Olive attack, has done a decent job. Well, now it's going to be crunch time. This is over number 13, and by the time we get to the 15, 16, we will see. Somebody will have to break.
Shadrach into Mervyn. Full ball outside the leg stump there, and Mervyn just helping this one. Really, one would say that was a freebie, and he should have done better with this one.
Well, he just came in.
But,
we will excuse him. He just came in, and that's his first delivery.
Yeah, but a full delivery on the leg stump is all with just one man in the.
You should have a
on the
go at
mid-wicket
it.
boundary. He should have done much better than that.
Yes, yes.
But Shadrach now into
Shot.
Kester. Short ball. And Kester is cross with himself for missing out on this one. Perhaps he's putting a little too much pressure on himself out there.
And that's not the first time he's been cross with himself. The other thing is, have he been practicing? How much cricket have he been playing? Because these shots don't come out of the ordinary. You have to be practicing and being tuned to play this ball.
Yeah, Shadrach into Kester. And this one is
Up
whipped up the pad.
Beautiful
down
shot.
to the vacant fine leg boundary for 4. So Shadrach on this occasion was full and straight, just on the leg stump, and this one was begging to be put away.
It seems every over, Shadrach is given an opportunity to score. And that is what I was saying earlier on, that your control. This is the final, and you cannot cost your team. Your team cannot lose because of you. Your team should win because of you. And every ball counts. Every run scored, +1 must be scored to win the tournament.
Shadrach into Kester again. Straight to the... and he's dropped.
Can you believe this? Can you believe this? The ploy work he was putting just shot there in a leg gully.
Again, Lee Solomon. This is the second one Lee Solomon has put down. But this one was perhaps easier than the first one.
The first one was easy.
Unless the first one he had to look up, he could always blame perhaps the light. But on this occasion, he just stood still. This one came in and out.
Craig,
and still had another chance on the rebounds, but
Craig,
could not capitalize.
This is unbelievable. How much will it cost them?
So Shadrach into again short one, and usually it's followed by a boundary.
Usually it's
Usually it's followed by a boundary after it's been dropped. So Shadrach on this occasion was short, and Kester get into position very quickly and just whip this one back with a square.
Usually,
for 6.
if you are the fielder, after you put down a catch and the man and he hit the next boundary to the fence, you feel all eyes are on you, and you feel disappointed with yourself. That was a very serious miss here by Mount Olive, and they start paying right away. 6 runs to Kester, 72 for free, over number 13.
Shadrach into Kester, full delivery on outside your stump, looking for the drive and completely missed this one. So a good way to end the over by Shadrach after being hit in the 5th delivery for 6, and also he
a drop.
Kester got alive in the 4th delivery. So Lee Solomon certainly not having a good day out there in the middle.
Not at all, not at all. And I'm of the opinion, while Millet is up with the score, they are 6 runs and over, 6 point something runs and over, they really want to dominate the batting like they have done before. And tonight it's not happening. They are really struggling, and you can see the batsman being very frustrated with himself. But Big Murphy is there, and he has plenty of experience. We will see what he's doing. He had a short talk with the non-striker, and there's a plan. Well, let's wait and see how it develops.
Okay, we see Fayan Moise into move. A bit late on this one. But good line, good length nevertheless. Really couldn't do too much with this one, just came forward.
Well, I have not seen Move got runs of late. And tonight they call upon him. His team, he will have to put out his best.
Fayan into move. Goes for the big expansive drive. Not getting full all of this one, and the bowler in the follow-through puts a diving effort.
Yeah. After it was hitting the ground. Huh? Yeah.
So certainly a good start to the 14th over there by Moise. Has bowled some 2 deliveries so far and has not considered a run. Moise into move, full delivery, struck right on the boot. So as you did indicate earlier on, the full pitch delivery seems to be working for Mount Olive. But occasionally, as we say, they tend to go to the well a little too often.
What I noticed, the mistake I did with some of this as a batsman, your bat come across the ball in playing the flick, but your bat must remain straight.
Full delivery and move, just drive this one, wrong to the long on.
So what most batsmen do, the bat is here. In flicking the ball, they go this way. They play around the ball. But you're supposed to come and slowly angle your bat as you connect the ball. And many times they miss the ball. Just trying to flick across the line of the ball.
Moise into Charlemagne. Good delivery. Been struck on the back leg. He did in the, from what is indicating, a bit of movement.
Yeah. So Charlemagne is really struggling tonight. You will put it to good bowling or lack of practice.
Well, I would say good bowling. As you did indicate from very early on, Mount Olive is one of the teams who train very regularly.
Every day.
So one really has to credit the bowlers for putting in the effort in training, and it's a reflection now in the game. Again being struck on the leg.
Yeah.
Felt that he missed out on this one. But good over there by Moise.
I think Moise strayed 2 deliveries onto the leg stump. They should have both come here for 4 because there's no protection here. The batsman keep on missing the ball, which is an indication that he is not in form or he's not practicing. However, if you're not in form, you must get a single and get out of the strike. Let the non-striker come and strike. By running singles, you could get in touch. By just standing at the end and missing deliveries are hitting your pad, you get frustrated and you can do some foolish thing. But by getting to the non-striker end, it really kind of builds your confidence because you are scoring and you're not causing your team any harm. So it's always important that the batsman who is facing delivery get out of strike. Score or get out of strike.
Shadrach into moving shots. And moving gets into position very quickly. Misses this one, and umpire Leo signals wide.
Again, you notice Mervyn was late on the shot. The bowler, Shadrach, was a little faster than Mervyn anticipated because the ball was shot into the outside, down the leg side, and Big Merv had a mighty swing. But I noticed by the time his bat came across,
the ball had already gone past him.
The ball had gone past him.
Yes, indeed. So perhaps he was certainly beaten for pace.
Yes.
So let's see. This delivery, Shadrach into moving. Full outside the off stump, looking for the big expansive drive. Completely misses this one. Keeper Charles
Stop it.
Could not collect.
Yeah. Stop it if it's boot. Yeah. So here we see the Mount Olive team seems to be working out a plan well there. Bowl full, bowl on the 5th line stump, bowl on the 4th line stump, bowl off stump. Keep it away from the leg stump.
Shadrach into moving. Slower delivery, and moving goes. He drives this one, and this one goes between the extra cover and the man at point to the boundary for 4. So well executed shot there. Again, the attempted slower ball, but Mervyn on this occasion really picked this one very early.
I saw he waited, and then the bat came and connected.
So it was another attempted slower ball there by Shadrach, but on this occasion, Mervyn was equal to the task.
It went up there like a square drive. The ball really got off the bat actually he was playing a square drive. But I think it's slight of the edge because there was so much force in this bat. Mervyn is a really hard hit of the ball. And a splice of the bat, the ball went square into the boundary for 4.
Shadrach into moving, short. Gets on the back foot, looks to whip this one through the mid-wicket area.
Again, he was late.
And was beaten for pace.
Again, he was late.
So certainly the pace of Shadrach seems to be troubling Mervyn.
That's right.
A little.
Yeah. But if you beat a man with 2 deliveries, why would you try a slower ball?
Shadrach into moving. Again.
The slower one.
Slower one. Struck Mervyn on the pad, and Mervyn is indicating to Kester perhaps there was a bit of movement.
Yeah. Both batsmen have indicated that to each other somewhere. Like the bowler is actually moving the ball. Now from where we are, we cannot see that. We're not behind the bowler or behind the wicketkeeper. However, the batsmen are indicating the ball is moving.
Shadrach into moving. Full delivery.
5th stump line.
Yes.
Just outside the off stump.
Taken outside the off stump there by keeper Charles, and immediately he has taken off the bails.
Yeah.
But luckily for Mervyn, he stood his ground. He was in his crease.
Watch Mervyn's feet work. Mervyn remained Mervyn remained nail on the leg stump. Let's see what he'll do. Ah, good ball.
Full delivery again by Shadrach, and Mervyn just equal to the task. But by and large, one would say is a relatively good offer. He got a boundary and I think one wide down the leg side.
Yes, yes.
So I think some 5 runs came off the
very good.
The over.
15 overs gone. The score is 82 for 3. So that is about 5 runs and over. Some 15, 75 would be 5. Yeah. Yeah. About 5 runs and over. And that is below where Millet would want to be. However, that is runs on the board. And
yeah, runs on the board is runs on the board. Yeah. And with Millet's bowling attack, I think if Millet could get anything 125, 140, I think they really could make a good match out of it.
They can make a good match out of it. However, we have a new bowler.
Yeah, it's Lee Solomon.
Solomon?
Yeah, he has not done well with it in the field. Let's see what he will do. First delivery, slower ball.
Is that a Bruce Yardley? Derek Underwood? Was that a slower delivery? Well, let's wait and see other deliveries, because I have mentioned two players, great players who played the game, of a long run bold spin.
Lee Solomon into Kester. So full delivery there. Kester plays this one down to the man at the long on boundary, just resulting in just 1 run.
So I must say, I think he's a slow medium bowler, not a spinner.
Lee Solomon into another slower one. And this one is heaved to the man down on the long on boundary, just 1 run resulting.
Yeah.
So from the 3 deliveries that we have seen so far from him, we have seen 2 slower balls, one would say.
And, so one slow medium.
So he's certainly mixing it up a bit.
And I want to say, I think his length and line requires much. So let's see what is he going to do.
And he's driven again
on the
down to the long on.
Yeah.
So he's bowling a good full length and not really giving the batsman the sort of liberty to get the sort of elevation that they would want.
I like to see he's really aggressive. He's running very aggressive. Shot.
This one shot, but not really making the sort of height that Mervyn anticipated. So certainly Lee Solomon has bowled some 5 deliveries and have only conceded 2 runs.
Not bad at all.
So he's certainly doing an excellent job for his team. Final delivery, full. Moving, hits this one to the right of the man at long on, resulting in just 1 run. So good over indeed by Lee Solomon. Considered what, just 3 runs of the over? 4 of the over.
Well, if you are interested, West Indies women are struggling. They are 69 for 6 against Bangladesh. Bangladesh is at the bottom of the table. Again, West Indies players have a fear for spin. Must be some spinners must be harassing them there. This is a game they must win. 69 for 6.
Well, they need to win the last 3 games if they have to stand a chance of going through. Because even if they finish on 8 points with the sort of net run rate they have, the worst net run rate in the tournament so far.
And look, they are going 69 for 6.
So certainly it doesn't look good for West Indies' chances of getting through to the last 4.
Yes.
But out here, the
finalists are
finals between Mount Olive and Millet. It's good gripping cricket.
So this is over number 17. What is Millet going to do now? What would you do? What would you say to your...
Well,
you are the captain.
Having lost just 3 wickets, you certainly have to go for broke at this point in time.
Yes.
Because with just 4 overs remaining, you're looking at just 24 deliveries. So one would hope that you're looking for perhaps minimum of 40 runs.
So a new bowler, Shem Alexander
is into the attack from the northern end. He'll be in bowling to Mervyn Charles. And this one just slightly short outside the off stump. Mervyn was into the shot perhaps before the ball arrived.
Yes.
So with Shadrach, perhaps the change of bowling The little extra pace of Shadrach, he was into the shot, perhaps anticipating the ball would have come a bit faster, but
Shem is a kind of big man. His height, and he gives you an indication that he's fast. Down the leg side.
so what are you going to say? Shem is flattering to deceive?
That's right.
So this one is down the leg side there, just losing the plot slightly.
So when you see Shem on a run-up, is approaching the umpire to bowl to you, your mind tells you this is going to be a quicker delivery. But the batsman will pick that up soon. And Shem better be on a good length and line.
Shem into moving. Shot out the stump and his bowl.
Bowl him. It seems Mount Olive have also the depth in bowling. And this was a ball that Big Move was trying to go. A good ball.
Yes, this one was
a good ball. And Big Move just swing across the line.
Line with the stump and moving, playing across the line rather than perhaps looking to hit straight down. Completely missed this one, and he was comprehensively bowled by Shem.
But very, very good work by Mount Olive. Knowing Millet is a hard-hitting team, I think Mount Olive has done a tremendous job on the field. 87 for 4 in the 17th over. I think a couple more wickets is going to put the icing on the cake for them. But Millet back down to number 9. So this gentleman who comes in there, no, that is not Scotty. Who is this? Scott? No. Charles. It's another Charles, yeah.
Guys, this one down through Footman. They've gone for one, possibly come back for a second. Yes, it's on. And 2 runs.
Good return.
Emerson Charles. So the Millet team, certainly, we have had a number of Charles on his team, perhaps.
Number of Charles, yeah. Number of Charles. I heard a commentary once. The guy said they want to play a cricket match, and all 11 players was Patel, and the 2 umpires were also Patel.
That would have been in India, but down here, we played against Peters from Prale, 11 Peters.
Ooh.
This one, looking for a quick single that is not on by Kester. Yes, you had the Benson and Hedges at the time.
Yes,
Benson just flipped over inter-club competition. And there was a match, Lancers versus Prale. And there were 11 Peters on the Prale team.
And the umpires?
No, the umpires were national umpires.
There are lots of wonderful things that happen in cricket. Probably we can share with you between the balls.
Yeah, Shem into Charles. Shot outside the stump, and he bangs this one. Passes back. Has it gone to the boundary for 4? It looked like it does.
4 runs. Good shot.
So good shot indeed. Shem on this occasion just slightly shot outside the stump.
Yeah.
We saw a forcing shot up the back foot. Went down through the wide footman area and down to the boundary for 4.
But what's the plan? If we bowling down outside of the off stump, if that's the plan, you must have cover down there. You must have, if that is the plan. And that is always the plan. You have to bowl on the off stump, and you must drop a man deep and one in. You cannot have both in. And as we see, when the edge or a shot goes down there, it's going to go to the boundary.
Charles and looks to drive this one wide up, long on. They've gone for 1, and there's going to be good fielding and good strong throw.
Yeah.
So good all-round cricket.
Yeah, very good. 94 for 4 in the 17th. At the end of the 17th over, 94 for 4.
Yes, so with 18 legal deliveries remaining, one certainly would hope that the Millet team would be going for broke at this point in time, because they've only lost just 4 wickets.
Just 4 wickets.
And with 18 legal deliveries remaining, one would think that they would perhaps earn a minimum of 40 runs.
And I don't think any of the bowlers have been too expensive. They could have done better in a few overs, but they have not been too expensive. So they have been a matter of control. And the captain here has done a very good job in his field placing, in getting his bowlers.
Solomon into Charles now. And he goes for a big drive. Down through, long off. Only resulting in 1.
Yeah.
So
just very, very good cricket. And I must tell you tonight, your cricket is brought to you the kind compliment of Cepal Holding for all your concrete need at a price that you can afford. Call Danny Cepal today. He'll take care of your needs.
Solomon into Kester. Full delivery there. Kester going for the big expansive drive outside the off stump. Misses this one.
I am told I did not witness it, but there was a cricket game and the last ball was bowling and the batting team needed 7 runs. 7 runs to win the game. So the striker hit the ball, the last ball, into the offside. They run 1, they run 2. The fielder threw the ball, hit the helmet.
Solomon into Kester. Shot there. Looks to pull this one. Wide mid wicket. They've gone for 1. Perhaps coming back for a second or misfield there. And really enable them to come back for 2 easy runs.
Very, very good cricket all around. Good shot, good fielding, good pickup, and the throw was well wonderful back to the keeper. And so when the fielder threw the ball, the wicket keeper did not collect the ball quickly. The ball fell on the helmet.
5 penalty runs.
5 penalty runs.
So they got the 7 runs required.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Very interesting. So our crowd is building up here. We are almost halfway mark of the Chaz final, and we can see more and more people from Millet and from Mount Olive is showing up.
Yes,
so
we have the crowd is building up quite nicely.
So here we are, working and trying to see what happened in the next over. I think 17 overs have been bowled. 18 balls, 18 legal deliveries left to be bowled, and 97 for 4. I think at 10 runs and over from here can take them up to 127. They would have to put in them batting. Well, a message is coming out to the batsman, to the while it's water. There must be a message associated with the water. So message with the water to tell the batsmen, give them the score and tell them what the plan is. Because from now on there must be a plan, and if the plan is not, if the rush is to get the ball into the fence, it can really back on you, because you have to be careful. The bowling is good and the outfield
at this point in time, every run counts. As much as you are in the boundaries, but it's important that you pick up the 1s and 2s. Solomon into Kester down the leg side. Did he get any bat onto this one? Yes, this one was flick off the leg, resulting in 4 runs there. So again, Solomon on this occasion just throwing down the leg side.
As we have said before tonight, repeatedly.
Yes, a bit of inconsistency in the bowling by the Mount Olive bowlers.
There is third man, there is cover point, cover, mid-off.
Lee Solomon into Kester, big expansive drive outside the awesome, completely misses this one.
You have mid-on. Long on. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on the offside. And on the onside, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5 field. Very interesting field.
Solomon into slower ball, and he looks to heave this one. Mid-wicket area. Good powerful throw back into the keeper.
The outfield, I think the outfield is very beautiful. The fielding has been wonderful, and I think that has kept. Although they have dropped, I think 3 catches. The wicketkeeper one guy dropped 2. Yeah, about 3 catches.
Yeah, 3 catches have gone up again so far.
Yeah, 2 of them were pretty simple.
But Lee Solomon has been the culprit on those 2 occasions.
But given that,
yeah, the out cricket has been good.
Very
with
good.
With the 2 blemishes we've seen from Lee Solomon.
Yes. So
at the end of the
18th over,
17th over, the Millet has brought in.
I think 18th.
18th over.
Yeah.
They have brought in brought up the 100.
Yes.
So they are 102 for the loss of 4 wickets
after 18. Okay, sorry about that. That's over number 18. Yeah. Shem is going to bowl the 18.
18 legal deliveries remaining. Shem into Kester. Just slightly back of a length. Kester looking to pull this one, and no ball's been signaled by the umpire at square leg. So it looked like it's an infringement. Looked like they were more than 5 fielders
on the
outside the circle.
Yeah.
So there's an infringement, and
The thing about the game is, the law is you must have 5 players out after 6 overs. And if you have more than 5 players outside of the 30-yard circle, then the umpire can call a no ball. And a no ball at any level is a free hit. So what happened there? The square leg umpire indicated to the ruling umpire, and now after having a conversation, the standing umpire has indicated it is a no ball. Let us wait and see. Is he going to indicate the free hit? Yeah. And here comes the Heathrow signal, so it's going to be a free hit. We are not sure what the infringement was.
I think it is the number of fielders outside the 30-yard circle.
Okay. Very well.
Good delivery there by Shem. This one, well, basically Yokalim delivery on the pads, and the batsman Charles really couldn't do much with this one. Completely missed.
Again, Chaz, it was a Yorker into hit his boots, but he was swinging right across it again. And to make contact is going to be difficult.
Shem into Charles. Again looking for the cross-batted shot. Not getting full hold of this one.
You know, this head in the air. When you see head in the air, looking for power. And anytime you see a batsman is going to try and get the ball out of the park, his head is in the air. He's concentrating on power. But you must look at the ball. You must make contact to get that ball away. Proper contact, I mean.
Shem into Kester. He bowls. And Kester looks to get into the wickets. Looks to pull this one backward of square. And
wow.
Good cricket out there. The fielder coming from the mid-wicket area went across the field very quickly. This one and got it into the keeper.
Wonderful
one action.
So
certainly good cricket being played out in the middle.
Very good fielding today. Very much impressed with Mount Olive here today. And they have done a good work. 106 in the 18th over. There could be a run out.
No. Kester, one would say, certainly was backing up.
Yes.
So Kester certainly wants the strike as much as possible. Any opportunity that presents himself, he wants to be at the striker's end. So certainly good backing up there by Kester.
But he has struggled so much. He has struggled all through the night. He's been there a while now, and he really wants to carry on. But the bowling has kept him in check. And I must give Mount Olive the praise tonight.
Shem into Kester. This one powerfully down to the man at long on, only resulting in 1 run.
Again, good ball. Kester is trying to get under that, but this ball is so full. So full. He cannot get it. He cannot clear the fence.
Yes, a good bowling indeed there by Shem and the Mount Olive team. Into Charles. Oh, he misses. Oh, he went for the big.
Got an edge.
Gave him the charge and really got a top edge. Flew past the shoulder of the keeper and down to the vacant woodman boundary for 4. So, fortuitous shot really there for the fielder.
The wicketkeeper is standing up.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how they come at this stage of the game.
It's runs on the board.
Runs on the board is runs on the board. So they have moved on to 112 now for 4. With just 1 over remaining. So some 19 overs have gone.
Wow.
6 legal deliveries. So
wow. Yeah. Very, very,
good.
Very
tight cricket out in the middle. They have not given Millet too many freebies. So they have made them work for the runs.
Millet have struggled all night. And I must say, I put that to good outfield. Where there were 2, there was 1. The return came back to the wicketkeeper. I mean, they have played fantastic cricket. Now, Chester would have to do something. This is the final over, as many as possible.
Yeah. Lee Solomon. Here's this one. Oh, misfield there. Trying to use the boot there.
Yeah.
Completely missed this one. And it went into the boundary for 4. So
the ball was always moving away from him.
It was a good effort indeed.
That's right. And
but
so
haven't gotten there. One would have expected him to at least try to stop the ball.
Yeah. So he got there, but his momentum, because he could not have stopped running because the ball was always going away from him. And he got there too fast.
Solomon into again.
Oh. The ball was hit to Maidan. The fielder for Maidan did not field cleanly. And the other fielder who was coming in support pick up the ball, toss it to the bowler, and the bowler walked into the crease, and there goes
Charles.
Chaz, unfortunately, run out, but that is what it's all about now. You got to run, you got to hit the ball, you
Yeah,
got
but
to put runs on the board.
I think Kester wanted to remain on strike. He certainly is the one who was hitting the ball.
Yes.
So I would say the run perhaps wasn't really on, because he is the informed batsman. He has been there for the longest while, and one would have expected him to take as much strike as possible in the final over.
Well, again, when do you run off a misfield? And that is the other thing. When do you run off a misfield? A misfield that ricochets the ball straight to another fielder, you don't run on that.
So Solomon into a good piece of fielding there. And good running, good all-round cricket.
Very good cricket. I'm telling you, at home, if you are not here, you are missing the thing. But let me tell you, call a friend, tell somebody, watch the APL tonight. This is two high-class cricket teams playing a wonderful cricket game, and tonight we are happy to bring it to you.
Solomon into Sylvester. Oh, this one is short. Attempted slower ball, and it was dispatched. Picked up very early, and it was dispatched over the mid-wicket boundary for 6. So basically, that was really a freebie given there to Kester.
Very well so, and that would really free him up a little, because he have really struggled. He really tried to get the ball into the fence, and there was the opportunity.
Kester has moved on to 50.
Well played in
Solomon into Kester shall mind. And this one is
run out. No.
Quick runs there taken.
The ball just
so
went
the
off the
moved on to 125.
Yeah. We spoke about a 130 has been a good fighting score.
Still possible.
Still possible. I think one ball left in the over.
If they could just get a boundary, that would certainly put icing on the cake. A full delivery there. Misses this one. So at the end of the 20 overs, Millet 125 for 5. Charles, would that be enough, Pastor Quigley?
It's runs on the board, and you can never tell. We can put up our winning predictor if we want to now and say what we want to, but at the end of the day, it runs on the board. Now, Mount Olive have to come in. And what I can tell you, however, this is a good fighting score on that wicket. I do not tell you if from what we are seeing here, the wicket played fairly. The wicket gave no trouble. However, what we noticed with Mount Olive, they were a good unit. They fielded well, they bowled well, and they did brilliant. They were brilliant out there today.
Yeah, so at the end of the 20 overs, 125, it has been more than a run a ball. So runs on the board is runs on the board, and it will be the turn of Mount Olive to try to see if they could overhaul the score of 125 that has been posted by the Millet team.
And it's going to be interesting to be here and to carry it live to you. Just what has happened here. Very good umpiring. And one thing the two umpires have done a tremendous job in the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and now they are standing here in the finals, and they have done a magnificent job. Thank you very much. 125 after 20 overs. We have with us another veteran, the guy to score the first 100 in the Stanford T20. Yes, Stanford T20. Also a coach. Good night, sir.
Yeah, good night, good night.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
I've seen you here before at the APL ground, right?
Yes, I play with North.
That's right, that's right. How has it have been tonight? Tight game?
I think it's good. I think Millet could have scored a little more.
All right. So you're a cricket coach, and you are getting the next generation of cricketers to captain West Indies and to captain just go forward with a career. How is it happening?
It's going on good. We have to still do a lot of work when it comes to the development of our players. The programs that we prepare and execute is very important.
How many cricketers do you have there? Do you have any girls in the mix?
Yeah, we have A few girls, yeah.
Let's talk about potential. How are the guys doing? What do you see? When you look at the young men, what do you see in the future?
Well, definitely, St. Lucia is not short of talent. Also, the Winner Islands and also West Indies.
Yes.
We are not short of talent. Uh, it's important that our structure strengthens a bit. We need to get the proper structures in place for these young men from as a very early age, and to make sure that they are guided properly. I believe at that age is a lot of guidance.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the skill set is very important. So we have to also be mindful of the skill set. But it's very important that we guide them and guide them doing the right things.
And I'm happy you brought some of the guys here tonight to watch the APL. You're here alone, or you have some of the guys with you?
I'm here alone,
You're here alone,
but
okay.
I see quite a lot of young players around.
Yeah. In the competition, we have a number of under 15, under 16, under 19 players. That just takes the APL at another level, and we are happy for the contribution like men like you. I was coached by Ignatius Skade, Francis Morris, and Shallery many years ago at it was her first Victoria Park and then became Mendo Philip Park. So we are happy to have you, and thank you for your contribution, and thank you for supporting the APL. May God bless you and continue to talk about the APL wherever you go. We really need the promo.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. It's a pleasure taking part of in this tournament also. It's also a very good thing that there's so many youngsters playing in this tournament with the hunger to play cricket. So it's very important that this tournament continues.
Probably you should file in one of your boys. Let them play in the tournament as a separate team. That will do good for them. Something to think about. So thank you for coming. God bless you, and keep on working with the young boys. Power to you and the work that you are doing in this country for young people.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
We have Mr. Eugene with us tonight, and we are very happy for the contribution that he's making to cricket in this country. Every year, quite a number of young men and women go through his school, and he really spent as much time as possible in helping them to understand not just cricket, but attitude towards the game. And that is very big, attitude towards the game. How do you play cricket? What's your gift? What's your talent? What can you do? And a mixture of that, a whole attitude issue. We have the Sports Academy student here. We have a guy from my community. Good night, young man.
Good night.
How are you doing, Mr. Edward?
Good.
How is the training going on?
It's going good.
So you are a wicket keeper, a batsman, or a bowler?
All batting all rounder.
You're a batting around. What do you do? What you spinner?
Yeah.
So talk to me about your batting.
I'm a top order batsman.
What number you bat?
4,
How many 50s you have?
5,
How many 100?
0.
Well, okay. So you know you have to score 100.
Yeah.
You must score 100. Let's talk about the Sports Academy. What can you say about the Sports Academy?
It's a good experience, and everybody is getting better at what they do. You know, every day we have training. But on Wednesday we have academic support, which is like lessons after school.
So you are keep abreast with your CXC,
Yeah.
and then playing the sports of your choice.
Yeah.
But for you, it's cricket, and you are really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you think since you have been there, you have done a lot. You've gone a lot better than what you used to be.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Mr. Edward, so what, have you been at an APL game?
No.
The first time here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we'd like to thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And who is this young guy with you? We can have a chat with him.
Yeah. Jack Suraj.
Mr. Suraj. Good night. How are you doing?
Good night.
Welcome to the APL grounds tonight.
Yeah.
You are from the academy also.
Yeah.
And what's your full name?
Jack Suraj.
Jack Suraj. Mr. Suraj, what are you doing? Are you an all-rounder?
So mainly a fieldsman.
Minia?
A fieldsman. Yeah.
Okay. So you like the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're enjoying the game. And how is the training there? What do you think about the
So
school?
the training, I think the training is very advanced, and it's all about like practicing and getting better, improving on what you already know. So yeah.
Yeah. So have you been to an APL game?
Um,
No.
No.
No. So this is your first APL experience.
Yeah.
So we want you to talk about the APL wherever you go, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping soon I can see you step out here in one of the games to represent the team as a member and as someone who plays in the APL competition. We are looking forward to have a lot of young people like you, and we have quite a few young men like you.
Yeah.
So how is it? Are you enjoying the game so far?
Yeah, I think it's great. Love to see the fielding, the batting, especially the bowling. Yeah. So.
Well, all the best, Mr. Suraj. May God bless you, and thank you for coming to the APL.
Yeah.
The second half is on, and that's the exciting part. There's runs on the board. It always runs on the board.
Yep.
Good night, young
Yeah,
man.
good night.
We have quite a number. We have quite a number of young men here with us tonight, and we are so happy that they are following the APL. And let me inform you, the APL is being heard in Canada, England, North America, everywhere around the world. We are connecting you through LNO Studios. Tonight with me is another beautiful lady. She is the manager. She is the manager of Cepal Holdings. Good night.
Hi, good night.
Are
Good
you
night to
excited?
you. I am. I'm very excited, and I see there's a lot of enthusiasm in these finals tonight.
What's your take on the first half?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I see some balls hitting, and I could see it's a 4, but then it's not a 4. And we saw a nice catch earlier.
Very nice catch.
Yes, but
Let's talk
it's
about,
going well.
Let's talk about Cepal Holdings. I want to
Alright.
thank Cepal Holdings for really sponsoring this tournament. And what has come out of it is nothing short of just beautiful. And you guys have come together, and because of the sad passing of Chad,
Yeah.
2 years ago,
About that.
yeah,
yes.
2 years ago,
Yes,
Cepal Holdings, Chad, the knockout tournament. And we want to thank you for supporting us. Can you
Okay.
tell us a little about why the idea to support or to sponsor this tournament? The
All
idea to
right.
sponsor
Well,
the tournament.
Cepal Holdings is a company that usually supports sports.
Yes.
Couple years back, we had a football tournament, which was a big success. And, we always try to support these kinds of activities, especially as it reaches out to the young people in the communities. And for this one, it was very specific to our nephew,
That's right,
Chaz.
that's right, that's right.
So, being a supporter of sports, we were really eager to be part of it and to sponsor that tournament.
The last time we spoke, I asked you a question. Next year, have you given thought to the future of that tournament? It's a giant success.
Yes, I realize that. Yes, we're giving thought to it.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
want to squeeze you in a corner, but I want to tell you, please give thought to it.
All right.
So thank you for coming. We're about to start the second half of the tournament.
All
What is
right.
your view? Who will win tonight?
Maybe Millet.
Maybe Millet. She's saying she's voting for Millet here, but I must tell you, runs on the board is runs on the board. 125 is a below pass score. We are hoping that Mount Olive can get it, but already it runs on the board. So that is their challenge now to go and cut it. Let's see what happens. Thank
see.
you very
All
much.
right.
All the
Thank you for
best.
having me.
For all your concrete needs, Cepal Holding. Call Danny Cepal at a price that you can afford, concrete and blocks. He is going to meet your needs. Thank you very much. Good night. Good night. We are about to start the second half. We are about to start the second half of the final. Second half of the final. And I'm going to introduce you to Mervyn James and Clivers Jules is going to take you to the second half of the match. Thank you very much for listening.
Good evening and welcome to the second half of the Chaz Cepal APL Knockout Tournament. We've had 20 overs bowled so far. Millet at Detton at the crease got to 125 tonight. So it is Mount Olives who are going to mount their reply right now. Joining me is Clivers Jules. Good evening, Clivers.
Good evening, Merv, and good evening to all our viewers. It's exciting cricket here at the Balata playing field. Of course, the APL is always an exciting tournament. One of the biggest tournaments out here in St. Lucia cricket as well. So we're about to see Mount Olive's reply to 125. So they're looking for 126 for victory.
what do you think of the total on the board? I know I runs on the board, always runs on the board, but is 125 sufficient tonight, do you think?
In regular
That's
and
in the air. An early breakthrough. Disaster early for Mount Olive. Selwyn boys top edging this one, and a regulation catch, Clivus, to the wicketkeeper.
Regulation indeed. This one, the ball just got big on Selwyn boys. The length, back of the length, and Selwyn looking to pull early, and the ball just got big on him and presenting a fairly simple chance to wicketkeeper Move. Big Move will be happy to glove this one.
Ideal start to Millet endeavor to win this APL knockout tournament. Of course, they are the defending champions of the APL Premier Tournament, so they know how to win. They've been there before. Mount Olives probably have their work cut out for them tonight.
Certainly they would, but 120 and 25, 126 is no big ask in 120 balls. But with the kind of stats that Millet is getting and the confidence, their tails are up already with the scoreboard pressure and having gotten a wicket from the first delivery, one would say that Millet would be in with a good chance this evening.
Well, of course, both teams have a number of talented and capable players. So if Mount Olives now need to consolidate, they've lost an early wicket, which definitely they did not want. And it is one of their better batsmen as well. So they now need to find ways to come back into the game. So, and another short delivery. Wickets seem to have a lot of pace and bounce, quite removed from what we saw when Millet batted.
Well, you have the likes of Xavier Gabriel, who's a seasoned campaigner as well. Xavier Gabriel, he's been around for quite some time and pretty pacey. So he's extracting a little bit more pace and bounce out of the wicket than we would have seen from the Mount Olive bowlers.
It's actually Siobhan Leo bowling from the river end. But Siobhan as well is a seasoned campaigner.
Siobhan Leo. And this one is rushing the batsman and just is only able to defend it into the onside.
Well, of course, Clivus, what would have happened is this pitch has had water for about a week and a half. And so you're going to have a lot of moisture coming up to the surface. So definitely not a dry wicket tonight. So you're going to see quite a bit of pace and bounce. So I think game on tonight, 125, maybe 30 runs below par, you would think tonight. But of course, you have to get them.
With the surface that we have there, and I was able to get a quick look at it during the innings break, and you're correct, there's a lot of moisture in there, and Leo, who's a fairly tall bowler, is able to extract some moisture, and certainly he is getting some bounce as well and rushing the batsman a little bit, but we see so Mount Olive's getting off the mark.
Finally getting their innings on the way, 1 for 1 though, and of course never good reading when you've lost a wicket that early.
Puts the rest of the team under pressure. It's a good period for Mount Olive to consolidate as Leo comes in again, shot again, and this one's there's a loud appeal. They're celebrating, but umpire Tikaro is not interested.
Well, the most important man is not interested in this one, and the umpire turning down that appeal. And good news for Mount Olives, of course, Millet feel they've been aggrieved, but the man who makes the important decision says not out and just move on with the game. Of course, Selwyn was replaced by Lee Solomon, another very talented and capable batsman. So still a lot of batting to come for Mount Olives tonight. So I think this game is far from over.
It certainly is far from over. Losing a wicket early, it does not mean that it's all doom and gloom from there. And with Lee Solomon coming in, Lee Solomon's been around St. Lucia cricket for some time as well, and very capable batsman as well. So Mount Olives is still in with a good chance, and the total is not a big total by any stretch. So I think they have a fair opportunity to overhaul if they can consolidate and continue to keep the scoreboard ticking.
Well, it's definitely what you always say in cricket. You do the basics, and if you do the basics, you're going to get there in the end. Millet would need to bowl Mount Olives out, you think, to win this one tonight. I don't think they can restrict them to below 125 by bowling 20 overs. So they're going to have to take 10 wickets tonight to win this final tonight.
And they've started on a really good footing, getting one from the first from the very first ball of the
So
innings.
Aloysius Charles takes up the attack from the southern end.
And
And
this,
Millet 1 for 1 after 1 over. Mount Olives, I beg your pardon, 1 for 1 after 1 over. Ideal start for Millet tonight.
Aloysius Charles, ideal start for him as well, right up into the block hole, and the batsman only able to put this one into the onside. Again, he's good on length, is Aloysius Charles, and the batsman just able to push this one onto the offside defensively. So, a good start for Millet, good confident start. Aloysius Charles is backing up what the opening bowler did on the other end.
Well, he has been one of the mainstays of Millet's bowling. You know, ably aided by guys like Kester Shalmine, Leo. So definitely a well-oiled machine, the Millet bowling machine tonight. So it's going to be some exciting cricket tonight. Clavers, just to give you some stats, we've had a lot of runs scored. We've had 212 as the highest team total in this tournament. So definitely runs can be scored tonight. So tonight is either going to be a feast or a famine. As Aloysius comes in, that's a full delivery. Did he get some bat onto that? It looks like he got some bat onto that.
And there was an edge, and that beat the keeper certainly and went down. Good fielding on the boundary. Very good fielding on the boundary there. And just one run added to the score. Singles will not do it for Mount Olive at this stage, but of course it's a good way to start because a bit of pressure is being applied by Millet at this point.
Well, with 125 on the board, it's just a little above a run a ball. So singles at this time it's not detrimental to Mount Olive's cause. Of course, you don't want to let that pressure build, and then you need what went from 6 runs on over now becomes 12 or 10 runs on over. Right. So they need to rotate the strike. I think turn it over, find ways to get that single, turn ones into twos, and of course punctuate it with that occasional boundary, and then you have a recipe for victory tonight.
That is absolutely correct. Aloysius Charles again. He was on target. A fairly good over from Aloysius Charles.
Just one run
conceded again. So we've seen 2 overs. That's 12 balls coming out of the 100 and possible 120 for Mount Olive, and they've only gotten 2 out of that runs. 12. So it's a lot of pressure. The screws have been tightened there on Mount Olive scoring.
Well, of course, the journey into the finals for those teams were 2 very different tales, basically a tale of 2 series. Millet had fought semi-final against Labey, and Mount Olive's basically getting a bye into the finals. So Mount Olive had not had that much competitive cricket under the belt coming in to the finals, whereas Millet has had 2 matches where they've fought hard, they found ways to win and into the finals tonight.
And you know what they say about winning can become a habit. And Millet, as defending champions, they really seem to be making winning a habit. As we see, Mount Olive again being really held pegged back and cannot get the ball away, cannot get the ball out of the square, and the score remains on 2 for 1 into the 3rd over of the match.
Very, very challenging for Mount Olive's. In the onset, as he aborts the run, dead ball signal, but very, very tough going for Mount Olive's early on. But the good teams find ways to come back from those challenges, and you surmount those challenges, and that's how you win a T20 game. That's a short delivery. He has been probing in that area just outside the off stump. That they call it the corridor of uncertainty, and you're not sure whether to leave it or to play at it. But that could easily spell disaster.
No ball signal. He's transgressed the front line, the front foot gone over. No ball signal. They're free hit. So Mount Olive will be getting an opportunity to add to their total with a free hit.
Of course, gifted the extra run as well. So Lee gets a chance to swing his bat, and he does, but misses. Good delivery by Leo, just beating him outside the off stump. And I'm not sure Lee knew it was a free hit. The way he went at that, no intent really.
He certainly approached it as if it wasn't a free hit. Lee Solomon, he would have seen the signal from the umpire as Leo comes in again, and this one he's on target this time. Lee pushes back. The screws are continuously tightened. So Mount Olive really need to get a move on. The balls, the deliveries are finishing, and they we can barely get the scores out there on the field.
Well, they need to not panic tonight. Panic doesn't do any good for them tonight. So they need to just keep going at it. And like I said, find the singles. It's tough right now. The ball is leaping around. There's pace. The bowlers are quick. But you need to dig in, take the singles, and just wait for the occasional bad ball, which will come.
This one, certainly it will, because at this level you must, the bowlers will definitely give you one or two bad deliveries. So it's a game of patience. Mount Olive need not panic. There's still a lot of deliveries to go, and they can always make up. And this time, this one is in the air towards Kemal Chaz. He does the feeling, they come through for one. And that's all there will be, Kemal Chaz. There might have been an opportunity had he moved earlier, moving.
I probably just want dropping a bit short. Lee not getting the power he wanted. That ball kind of ball of foolish length. He couldn't get under it the way he wanted, and maybe it was good fortune for him that he could not get under it as he wanted, and that ball dropping short of Kemal Chaz, who is known as a very good fieldsman, and you would expect him to take those regulation catches.
Certainly, Kemal, a seasoned campaigner as well for Millet, but this one just dropping short of him, and all's well that ends well. Mount Olive score moves on by 1 to 4, and 4 for 1. And
Clive,
at the end of the third over,
preparation being made, it seems like we get in a bit of drizzle. Let's hope it does not affect the proceedings out in the middle tonight. As Aloysius Charles continues, yes, the ball is him. It's gone through his defense, comprehensively bowled, and this is not what Mount Olives would have been hoping for when they started the chase of 125 tonight. They've lost Lee Solomon, one of their premier batsmen, for very, very low score. The score is 4-2. This is disastrous.
This spells trouble for Mount Olives.
But with that wicket comes the rain, Clivus, and it looks like the players are going to come off the field right now. So we do have an interruption. Play has been called for it. Now, we do hope tonight, we'll definitely be hoping tonight that we don't have a repeat of the semi-final where Millet and Labe were doing battle, and it was a really, really close-knit game. But of course, the rain came and changed the complexion of the game. Although, however, we have not had 6 overs bowled.
Certainly we haven't.
So we don't have a match on hand as yet. Because in a T20 you need 6 overs constitute a game, but we have not had 6 overs bowled. So definitely, if it should rain out, and we're hoping that it doesn't. But if it rains out tonight, then you would not have a result. But the rain has abated a bit, and it looked like it was just a passing cloud. Showers of blessings like we call it, and we should have a resumption pretty soon, Clivus.
The umpires have... there's a bit of a buzz out here. The crowd has seen it as a passing cloud. Millet players are very keen to get back out there, and they are making their way back. Even before the umpires, the Millet players are planting the stumps and looking, because they seem to have sensed that something is going their way.
Advantage Millet. You've 2 of Mount Olive's premier batsmen are back in the hutch, and you want to keep applying the pressure. So you're on your toes right now. So you get back out there and you get on the field. Although it's still raining, Clivus, and the laws of the game does not allow you to go back out in the rain when you've come out.
That is absolutely correct.
So technically, play should not be going on in the middle right now. Although the Millet players are out on the field, but play has not resumed.
Play has not resumed. The Millet players are trying to send a message to the umpires that we would like to be back out there as soon as possible, and they've sensed that things are going their way. Mount Olive would not, to my mind, be as keen as the Millet players to get back out there. But of course, it's a good opportunity for Mount Olive to sit down and strategize as well. What approach are we going to take? We've lost 2 early wickets. 2 of our top batters have been taken so far. And of course, Mount Olives need to consolidate definitely after.
Well, play is going to resume. We are about to continue now, so Aloysius is going to continue from the southern end. So just a very brief interruption, Clivus, and he beats the batman outside the off stump.
And Aloysius is bang on target this evening. He's bowled to 1.2 overs and he's right on target as well. Aloysius just outside off and on the stumps, very straight to Aloysius. He bowls again right outside, lifting delivery outside off. Good stuff for Aloysius. Aloysius is really asking a lot of questions of the Mount Olive batsmen this evening.
Well, I think all the bowlers, well, both bowlers so far have asked questions of the Mount Olive teams. Unfortunately, Mount Olive's unable to come up with sufficient replies to those questions so far. As Aloysius comes in again, and that's beaten him again. That's awesome. There's a stifle appeal. Fayan Moise, I beg your pardon, is the new batsman coming in there to replace Lee Solomon.
And Moise has not seemed to be able to negotiate the bowling of Aloysius. And Mervyn is looking very, very sharp behind there as he misses this one. But Aloysius is again right on the money.
Well, definitely Mervyn, an experienced wicketkeeper. He's done this over and over and over. And of course, like you say, smelling blood in the water tonight, you definitely at Millet at their best tonight. And they've shown throughout this tournament that they know how to win matches. They know how to win tough matches. So tonight might be no exception. And it's been very, very difficult for the Mount Olive batsmen as the over comes to an end.
And of course, we have to add that little shower would not do well for the cause of Mount Olive chasing that 125 for victory.
Well, definitely, you would assume that it would be a little slippery out there now. So batting gets a little more challenging.
Certainly.
And coming in from some very, very, very tight bowling and not getting a proper foothold, it just makes the task so much more difficult.
And with that moisture that's been added onto the wicket, the ball just kisses off that and fly through. A short delivery on this occasion, pulling this one just to a short back square region, and they come through for one more to Mount Olive's total. It's they really crawling, moving.
Yeah, well, they don't really need to be going for guns blazing right now, but they need to find runs somewhere. They need to rotate the strike. Get yourself in, get settled. Try to build a partnership, because partnerships right now are going to be key for them. What has been interesting for me tonight is the length that the Millet bowlers have employed tonight, as we see no ball being signaled by umpire Leo again. So another free hit, another opportunity for Mount Olives to add to their total tonight.
Mount Olive struggling to find the boundary, struggling to get the ball off the square even. And Leo transgressing on this occasion, and umpire calling the no ball. Let's see if Mount Olive can capitalize on the swing and miss. Again, Mount Olive getting a second opportunity to find the boundary on a free hit and unable to do so, Mervyn.
There are days it just doesn't happen for you, Clivus. And so far, it's not happening for Mount Olives. But it's a 20-over game. And yes, they've lost 2 wickets, but you still have 8 batsmen to come. So anything is quite possible. And that's a short delivery, making him smell the tape on this occasion, Clivus. Where did that come from?
Short, lifting delivery and asking serious questions out of the batters. This is a tape ball, but mind you, if it hits you, it can hurt. And Leo really steaming at this moment.
Clivus, you said he's asking questions. I think he has the answer already. He's just letting them know that he's in the game. But a really, really good delivery as he comes in again. Tail in the air. And that's in the air. He just flicks this over square leg. Good reply, Clivus. The batsman just flicking this one over square leg and gets the first boundary of the Mount Olive inning. Much needed.
6 runs.
6 runs, actually.
6 runs for the batsman. Leo a little too straight on this occasion, and with the length he's bowling, the batsman just helped it over deep backward square over the boundary actually, and helping himself to 6. That would do well for the cause of Mount Olive.
And with the extra pace that Leo is generating, that is just paddles out of the way. You just help it on its way with the pace.
A good shot Good. That's the
So
first,
how does Leo respond after being hit for 6? That is the question.
first shot in
as he
anger that
comes
we
in
would have
again.
seen from Mount Olive. And Leo is on target again. Just about the middle and off. And the length again, that heavy length that Leo has been bowling all night. And he has resorted to that length on line. And of course, no run resulting on this occasion as Leo comes in again. Outside of stump, a swing and a miss. Again, Mount Olives would do well to look to rotate, strike. Too many dot balls are being bowled at the Mount Olive batsmen at this point. Move.
Yeah, it's all happening out there for Millet right now. We had the boundary in the over, but like you said, just airing slightly in his line. And the batsman able to put that away for 6, but coming back well and restricting them. So after
5 overs,
5 overs, only 12 runs on the board.
So lots of pressure on the Mount Olive batting order.
So Chaz picks up the bowling from the southern end. He's beating the batsman again. This one running down to the boundary, but no harm done to the score. Just another dot ball. And of course, dot balls are going to add even more pressure. I think Mount Olives need to change their strategy. Whatever they spoke about at the start of the innings, it has not worked for them. So they need to find ways now to change their strategy in there. Maybe if another wicket should fall, send a more experienced batsman who knows how to rotate the strike.
And
there's a mix-up in the middle. It could be out. He needed to collect this one cleanly. He did not do that. And the batsman surviving a run-out opportunity there.
Pressure again for Mount Olives, and the pressure is causing them to do all sorts of things. A good bit of fielding there by the fielder in the short third man area. Diving to his right, and he's able to stop this one, which created the problem in the initial instance. Good bowling again, good fielding. The fielders backing up the bowlers, and the Millet in full control. This one is in the air, and it's going to beat the fielder in the mid-off area and goes into the boundary. 4 runs, good boundary for Mount Olives.
Yeah, so Victor getting a length ball basically, and just hitting through the line of that, putting that over mid-off, and gets a second boundary of their innings. So, like I said, Clevers, there is no need to panic. Yes, they've lost some wicket, and it's been some challenging bowling. But if you stick in there, it gets easier as you go along.
Certainly it does. Mount Olives now looking to get a move on with things. A couple of boundaries coming in the last couple of overs as well. And Chaz again is on target, back on target. Good comeback from Chaz on this occasion.
Well, a bit short in length on this delivery. I think he was lucky to get away with that. Maybe owing to the pressure that has been exerted on Mount Olives, the batsman maybe not willing to take chances. But that was a very short delivery. I think that should have been put away.
I think there was a bit of a change of pace as well on the part of Charles. He's coming into, and this time there's a loud appeal, loud confident appeal. And the umpire is not interested. For the second time, we're seeing Millet appealing very confidently. An umpire is not interested.
Well, Millet would appeal for everything tonight. When you have a team on the rocks that way, you keep applying the pressure. And maybe they did not generate an edge this time. But the appeal, it adds pressure to the batsman in there.
As well as the umpire.
So the appeal may just be strategic. Well, you would want to hope that the umpires don't fall to the pressure.
Chaz comes in again, a shot of a length, and this one, he essays the shot, but he re-essays the shot that he should have played to that delivery.
Well, that is what pressure does. It makes you uncertain, because he's the opening batsman, maybe one of the better batsmen. You've lost 2 wickets, so now you don't have the freedom that you might have had before to play the shots that you want to play. So you need to change your strategy in there. Although a bad ball is a bad ball and it has to be put away. Because when you don't put away those bad balls, you allow the bowler to build his confidence.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. And Charles has been very confident this evening, as well as Leo. Very, very confident campaigners for Millet, exerting a lot of pressure on the top order of the Mount Olives team. And but a little bit of that been released in the last couple of overs two boundaries coming in. But of course, Millet looks to be still in a good position to defend that 125 this evening.
Well, Mount Olive need to keep punctuating their innings with those occasional boundaries. And Moyes seems to be a bit at sea. Maybe they probably needed a more experienced batsman to come in after the fall of that second wicket. Maybe skipper Chaz would have been the better option to come in here to try to maybe bat around Victor. And that's hit well. But it doesn't have the legs to go. It's cut off.
And that's a bit of poor running on the part of the Mount Olive team. They should have come back for a second run. There was a bit of a misfield on the boundary, and they opted for the single.
That would have been ideal, Clivers, but I'm not going to be too hard on the guys out there. I'm not sure how easy it is to be running. On the wicket with the shower we just had. It might be very difficult to turn after the first one. So 17 for 2 over number 7 in progress. So really, really tough going for Mount Olive so far. As Leo comes from the river end, he's bowled to Victor. Victor is trying to pull this one, but not making contact. And another dot ball, just keep adding pressure.
And a little bit of pace of beaten for pace on this occasion, and hitting about the mid section. Leo is coming through, especially with that bit of moisture that he has on the wicket there. The ball is zipping through, and the batsman unable to make contact. And this one is in the air, and it's safe.
And I am not sure in which coaching book you're going to find that method of cutting off a run, but they come through for the single, and a bit of fortune there for Mount Olives.
Fortune favors the brave, they say. Mount Olives, they need a lot of that tonight if they are to come through to the 125. But the outfield is a bit moist, and it's challenging for the fielders as well. This one is driven firmly out towards the mid-off, and a lot of slipping and sliding going on, as if the batters are playing on rollerblades.
Well, that's what's going to happen when you've had a shower. It's going to make the wicket a bit slippery. It's going to make the outfield is going to be a bit slippery as well. But I think it's going to be even more challenging for the batsmen, because Leo has generated quite a bit of pace tonight, and with the extra sheen on the wicket, that ball is just going to slide through and come a lot quicker onto the bat. Some batsmen love the ball coming onto the bat, but with that kind of pace and the length that he has bowled, it's made going. Oh, that's hit well. That is hit well. That is a huge one. Over square leg for 6.
A very, very, very good shot. He waited for this one, waited patiently on the back foot, and just helped him over square leg. A good shot from the batsman on this occasion.
And just as I spoke about his length, he made a lie out of me, missing his length on this occasion, and just this one just been turned away for a 6. Really, really good shot. Really good timing on that shot. So Victor looks like he looks the part, and if he stays in there, Mount Olive still in with a chance tonight.
Mount Olive still in with a very, very good chance. As the messages keep coming out, the strategies are being changed with every opportunity they get. But Victor, on this occasion, he waited, and as soon as Leo aired in length, he was able to punish it.
But I still think Mount Olive missed a trick by not sending maybe Charles in when the second wicket fell, because Moyes has not looked the part. He has struggled, and he's trying to get the big shots. But if you're struggling, then maybe you should get the single, get off strike, get to the other, and let Victor, who seemed the more capable of the two batsmen, to get in there and try to push the score along.
And Victor seems to be timing it very well. He's hit 2 good shots on the leg side, both behind square as well, and this time just running this one down. Moyes seemed to have gotten the message, and he just looking to run this one down out towards third man, and they come through for a quick single.
And of course, this is what you need to do. You need to take those singles on offer, and where possible, turn those singles into 2s and 3s, if possible. It's going to be a little more challenging for the fielders in the outfield tonight. You're going to, like you said, a bit of slipping, a bit of sliding. So you put pressure on the fielder, create that error, and give yourself a chance to win tonight. That's going to be signal no ball.
Must be a no ball.
This one full above waist, and Millet a bit of ill discipline if with their no balls tonight. 3 so far. They've been fortunate not to pay the ultimate price with the free hit, but another free hit on offer. But this time it's Victor who has a chance to face the free hit. So maybe Millet can be made to pay for their errors.
And it's Chaz bowling it. This is his first no ball, and he's coming in. Victor is looking to hug this one. It's inside edge and slipping again. And wild throw there coming from Leo. It's all happening. It's comedy of errors on this delivery.
But the basics, Millet able to back up and prevent any opportunity for a second run. So definitely the basics always help you win matches.
Especially in the tough situation. Again, Chaz on target. Mo is again not looking for the big hit. And when he should have been looking to just turn this one away and give strike over to the informed batsman Victor.
Yeah, and I keep saying it. A more experienced batsman would have found a single there. There are lots of gaps on the field where you can get a single, but his only interest is to get a big shot, and that is in the full delivery. Maybe the wet ball accounting for Charles not having the control that he exhibited in his earlier overs. You know, getting two balls full, one punished for no ball. But this one should have been put away as well. But like I said, the batsman is struggling. But that brings Victor into strike as he prepares to face up to Charles. That's another full delivery. He gets some bat onto this one, Clivers, and this one goes away for 4. And just what we were saying, a better batsman would not allow Charles to get away with those errors.
And no ball as well. No ball as well.
And I think it may be a no ball for height. Which means Charles would have to be removed from the attack right now after bowling two beamers. He would have to be removed if in fact it is a no ball on height. Someone else would have to complete this over.
The consultation
so
between the two umpires.
It is a free hit, but the bowler allowed to continue.
So maybe the umpires might have gotten it wrong on this occasion.
Well, there are a couple of things that could have happened, and we're going to get to them in just a bit as we deal with the free hit.
The 4th no ball. And the conditions might be what is really causing the bowlers from Millet to go. And this one is in the air, the free hit out towards the wideish third man, and only 1 run resulting. Again, Mount Olives unable to capitalize on the free hit deliveries.
Definitely, that's the 4th one they've had so far, and what potentially could have been 24 runs, it's ended up being maybe just 2 or 3. Going back to the no ball, it could have been that he probably was not warned for the first one, and if he was not warned, then you cannot take him off. Also, there is a trend in the game now. If the full delivery odds balled him, he's cleaned him up, and Mount Olives losing the first wicket, but that might not be the worst thing to happen for Mount Olives tonight. It brings in skipper Charles to the crease, very experienced campaigner, and if he and Victor can consolidate and put together a partnership, he knows how to take the single. And if he takes those single, rotate the strike, put some pressure on the bowlers, and allow Victor to go with the big shot, then we could have a game on hand.
You're speaking like a coach for Mount Olives. You should have given them a call. They should pay you for some consultancy out of Mount Olives. But you are right on point, Mervyn. You are right on point. And it's not a bad thing that skipper Chaz is coming in. And Mount Olives need not press the panic button as yet. They're still in with a good chance if they can find the boundary a little bit more regularly. And the man to do that for them would be Victor. He's a set batsman. He's been there from the onset. And skipper Charles coming in, he's very adept at rotating the strike as well. So Mount Olives need not press the panic button, but at the minute, Millet seem to have their nose in front.
Yes, they definitely do. And we're going to have another bowling change from the river. And it is, of course, the Millet talisman, Kester Shalman. He has been the pick of the bowlers for Millet and the pick of the batsmen as well. He's bowled well with pace and control and intelligence. And he's going to be a handful tonight as well. And currently, he is the leading wicket taker. Coming in into the game tonight. I think he and Tyler Sukwa would be probably neck and neck, but definitely the leading wicket taker in the tournament so far, and also the leading run scorer. So definitely it's a battle to savor.
Kester Shalman is coming in with all of that, and
but he's greeted
Victor is greeting him.
Victor just slapping this one through the gully for 4. Really good shot. Kester missing his line on this occasion, and Victor getting onto this one and punishing it and putting it away for 4. Good shot.
Very good shot by Victor. A good way to greet the leading wicket taker of the tournament. He comes in first delivery, nice outside of stump, and you slap him for 4. Kester again, and what a response from Kester Shalman. And there might be a chance of a run out, a slip, a slide, and there is a run out.
This is the last thing that Mount Olive needed tonight. But look at the Millet funds go. And I gotta tell you, Clivers, Millet has the greatest fan base in this APL. You see them at the ground, you see the comments online. Of course, I want to say good evening to those watching on YouTube, on Facebook, and I'm sure there are hundreds of thousands of Millet fans who would be up in arms, up in Millet tonight, enjoying this one. Millet in the driver's seat. Mount Olive's 39 for 4, over 12 overs gone, and you got to say they're up against it.
Up against it. I think this is yet another nail in Mount Olive's coffin, if we can use that terminology. But a needless run out there, miscommunication. The ball just went out towards the square legs, and Victor really was not interested in the run. But skipper Chaz had gone down the wicket, and with the moisture that we have on the wicket, he was unable to turn and recover. The throw was not the best, most accurate of throws, but there was enough time for Kester to get back and effect the run out.
Definitely. So Anil Charles has come in to replace his father, Uranus Charles, and definitely this is the last thing Mount Olives would have wanted. But like you said, quite correctly, so the condition of the wicket making it difficult for Charlo to turn on this occasion and paying for it with his wicket.
And Kester is back on target, and the replay of the shot that got the wicket, the run out, the replay of it, same area. Skipper Iranian Charles run down the wicket, but Victor was not interested. On this occasion, he was called through by Anil, and he came through for the run. An easy run at that.
Whereas the single was definitely on. But of course, communication between the batsmen is so important. Is it on? And it was not Victor's call, though.
It wasn't his call.
He was running away from the danger, and it wasn't his call. And had he gone there, Charles could have still been in there.
Again, Anil is pushing this one onto the onside. A misfield again. Very challenging bit of fielding there. The conditions are not helping the fielders, but the bowling from Millet has been on point. Kester, after having been hit for 4 in the first delivery, has found his range, found his line and length, and is back on target.
Well, we've come to expect that from Millet. They've shown over and over and over that they have the bowling machinery to come and defend almost any total that they've posted. This might be one of the lowest totals in the tournament so far. In the semi-finals, they got to 166 for 6. They were under some pressure against Labe, but of course that all turned around after the 30th over. But definitely doing a very good job of defending 125 tonight.
It's not just defending 100; they're really taking it to Mount Olives. Mount Olives in all sorts of trouble at 39 for 4, and the overs have gone with 11 overs completed so far. So Mount Olives really up against it. It would take a great miracle to get Mount Olives back into this one.
Definitely, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of the innings. We said that you cannot bowl 20 overs and defend 125. But of course, if the batting side don't find ways to score runs, you're going to find yourself with a run rate of 10, 12 very soon. And this is exactly where we found ourselves right now. And on the back of that, they've lost 4 wickets.
They've lost 4 wickets, and that's critical as we see a bowling change.
This is hit big. This is hit big.
Long.
The fielder at long off was interested just momentarily, but in the end he was just a spectator, admiring that shot, sailing over the boundary for 6. So Kemerol is greeted with another boundary, and that seems to be the mantra tonight. Kester was greeted with a boundary, and Kemerol, how does he respond as he comes in again? And Victor is solid in defense. Good intelligent batting from Victor so far. He's picked the bad balls and put them away, but he has not lost his head and tried to hit every ball out of the park.
Correct, but Victor would do well to keep the scoreboard ticking as well. This one is in the
out. This could be danger.
And
dropping shot.
Dropping just short of the fielder there. Is Xavier Gabriel?
Xavier. But good effort by Xavier to get there. He couldn't make the catch, but good effort to even stop the ball and just limiting them to a single.
And Victor is able to capitalize. Now Kemerol is a lot slower than the bowlers that he would have seen earlier in the innings. So he has the opportunity to maneuver the ball a little better. And Charles.
Well, Charles doesn't seem to be the power player. So if he could find ways to rotate the strike and let Victor play the big shots, that's down the left side. That could be trouble. That could be trouble. It's signal wide. There was an appeal for a stumping, but umpire Leo says no. And just another extra to Sundries, another run to Sundries, another wide. And the total moves on by 1. And I think he may have been lucky there.
Very, very lucky.
Very good take down the leg side by keeper.
Moving Charles. He's been on target all game long with the pace that Leo had bowled and Charles as well. And he's been right there on builds. So Kemerol Charles a lot slow, and this time Charles is playing this one into the offside, and they come through for a single, not before he slipped.
Just notice the initial movement to start the run had a bit of a stutter, and so that tells me it's very, very challenging for the batsmen out there. And Clive, I must say you look resplendent in your muscle shirt tonight.
Thank you very much.
Getting a Yorker length delivery, they're digging this one out. Good bit of cricket, good delivery by Kemerol, but of course good batting by the batsman, just digging this one out, and you got to keep those out.
Kemerol is keeping Victor quiet on this occasion. He's on target. He's not as quick, but he's bowled a good line, a good length, a good heavy length. Again, this time
in the air. There's trouble for Mount Olive. More trouble. He drops it. Oh my goodness. He dropped this one. And I don't think he wants to see that replay. And Clever's taking this one a bit too low. Although to be honest and fair to him, the lighting is a bit harsh. So it takes a bit of catching when the ball is in the air. But these have to be taken.
It's never going to be easy taking those catches in these conditions. Once the ball goes past the height of the light and it's coming back, it takes a lot of catching. So this one was going to be, it was a difficult chance, but he should have gloved it.
Well, it seems like a regulation catch to me. However, that takes the Mount Olive total to 50. They have gone on to 50 for 4 in over number 12. And of course, Millet in Detton at the crease got to 125. Kester Shalman getting 52 again tonight. Also, Xavier Gabriel contributing 28 of his bat tonight. So Anderson Charles, sorry, getting 28 and Xavier 14. That made up the bulk of the Millet runs tonight. But Mount Olive's definitely 10 overs bowled then. So they're going at just 5 runs and over, which is just about what they needed at the start of the innings. But now they need about 7.5 runs and over now, 7.6 actually runs and over now.
And they've lost
they need to up the ante a bit. Another wide delivery. So the total moves on by 1, another extra.
And the new bowler coming from the river end.
Scotty. He's a twin actually. Both he and his brother play for the team. But this is Scotty into the attack. Ball into Victor. Victor is hitting this one again over deep mid wicket for 6. Very, very good shot there. And what we've seen so far, Clivers, is the two bowlers now lacking the pace that the bowlers up front generated and missing his length this time again. And Victor is too good a batsman to let that go any day of the week. And of course, much less on a Thursday night, you punish those loose deliveries.
High and handsome for Victor. very high and handsome. And Millet changing the strategy around, giving Kester one from the river end and making the change to bring on Scotty, who's a lot slower. I guess they're just trying to make the overs, and this time it looks like it's a wide down the leg side. It is another wide, and this one goes all the way to the boundary, but it's only just going to get the wide.
Just a single. But the atmosphere here is electric. It's good to see both teams have quite a bit of support there tonight. Mount Olives, of course, Millet always have their fans with them, but it's really, really good for cricket.
It's very good for the APL as well, as this tournament. And this time is wrapped on. This is the outside edge. It goes towards the boundary. Does it go all the way?
Yes, it does.
It does.
A bit of pop field in there on the third man boundary there.
And Mount Olives giving Millet a charge now. We have game on now, Mervyn.
Look like Aloysius Charles misfilling this one on the boundary, and the score has moved on to 62 for 4. So Mount Olives mounting their reply now, and they're getting in stride.
And this time, Scott is on target, and Victor is unable to. Scotty, Justin.
Yes, Scotty. That's another full delivery. And this one again. A good stop on the boundary there. Very good stop. And just a single.
Just a single. After all of that, a lot of sliding.
I think Victor thought that one was going to get to the boundary. So he just ambled down to the non-strikers and thinking he had gotten the boundary. But the fielder coming from wide-ish mid-wicket and very, very good stop to limit them to just a single.
A very, very productive over so far for Mount Olives. Which would have seen a change in fortune for Mount Olives. They found the boundary very regularly in this over as Justin comes in again, and Chaz is hitting this one out towards the wide-ish third man boundary. It comes through for 1, and that's all there will be, just a single.
And Mount Olives, they need a couple more overs like this. They need to find those singles, and Charles seemed to be the kind of player who takes those singles. But of course, they need to find the occasional boundary, and this is what Victor has done so beautifully for them tonight. He's put away the bad balls, but he has not thrown his hand away tonight, and they need him. Mount Olive need him to stay in there to see them home tonight. I still think that they're in with a chance. This game is far from over, Clivers. As we've seen, glorious uncertainties, shifting fortunes, glorious uncertainties. It is a game of cricket, and as long as there are overs left and batsmen left, anything can happen tonight.
Certainly, and Mount Olive in with a very, very good chance. But when you have the likes of Kester with 3 overs to go, and you have Xavier, I don't know how if he will be given the ball tonight, but if he with his 4, with a little bit of moisture that's in this wicket, Mount Olive will have a mighty big task on their hands to mount a total passing 125.
Well, being one of the quickest bowler, probably the quickest bowler and one of the most experienced, he has not bowled very early in the innings. In the semi-finals, he bowled after 10 overs were completed, so came in pretty late. Made a world of difference to the Millet game plan on that night. So we may yet see him introduced later on in the innings, but no sign of him so far.
And it's Cameron Charles and Victor, who is on song tonight. Victor is keeping the hopes of Mount Olive alive.
That's going to be a no ball.
No ball. It is no ball signal.
But it's gone!
It's there.
It's around him! Oh my goodness!
So nonchalantly, he run down the wicket and he's just jogging back. It's a no ball, but they've gotten a run out as
the only way you could be dismissed of the no ball
is
he's gone. He's gone. Well, not the only way, but one of the few ways you could be dismissed of a no ball, and he just nonchalantly strolled down to the wicket and paid for his wicket. So that brings Kyle Adonis to the wicket. Well, you would know Kyle very well.
Very well.
Coming from the grassroots level up the ranks, and he's in there now. Mount Olive losing their 5th wicket and sinking further into a bit of trouble, but with Victor still in there, there's still life.
There's a lot of hope with Victor. The hope of Mount Olive lies with Victor. Victor, and he's on strike now. A slower delivery from Cameron Chaz, and Victor is beaten for the lack of pace of this delivery.
Yes. But of course, you mentioned the two bowlers currently operating, not having the same amount of pace that the bowlers up front have. But when you get that ball in a good line and a good length, pace is just an added bonus. And of course, if you miss your length with the pace slightly, you could be made to pay a hefty price.
Certainly, and Cameron mixing it up very well. This one was a little bit quicker, and Victor is unable to pick it again. And Cameron, two really good deliveries after the unfortunate no ball.
And that's driven well.
And this time there's a chance, so the fielder makes a meal of it. Victor drove this one out towards the extra cover, and the fielder made a total meal of it. They're able to come through safely for a single.
But I always thought he was a bit too deep. He couldn't stop the single, and if you go over his head, you still get a boundary. So they brought him in, adjusting the field slightly, bringing him now to actually cut off that single through the covers. So if we can just ask, and Kylie's getting the ball wide, and another two extras. So if we could just have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Driver vehicle number 2811 and 5519. Would you kindly move your vehicle, please? 2811, 5519.
Charles again into Kyle. Yeah, they'll move one time. Kyle, Cameron Charles again on target. Into the block hole, and Adonis is only able to defend. The score remains on 68 for 5.
Well, Charles is a seasoned campaigner. He has been around for forever. He's played in a number of leagues, played a number of
island-wide.
Yes, a number of levels of cricket as well. He's played the tape ball, he's played the hard ball. I think he even played softball cricket. So very, very experienced bowler. So definitely doing what's required for Millet tonight. So they need 58 from 8 overs, Clivers. Normally, this would not be that much of an ask, but having lost 5 wickets makes the equation all that more challenging.
All that more challenging. But Victor will make a big difference to this equation. If he continues to play as he has been playing tonight, Victor can take this one away. So, but 58 required from 8 overs. It's not beyond Mount Olive's.
Just a little under 7 runs and over. Of course, Victor has been the main contributor for Mount Olive tonight, and if they lose him now, that's going to be disastrous for them. So he needs to stay in there, and Adonis needs to stay in and give him the support he requires. So we have another bowling change. So this is going to be another boundary. This was driven firmly. It was a bit uppish, but went away from any fielder, and Cameron running around from long off, not able to cut this one off, and a much needed boundary for Mount Olive. That moves the score to 72. And so we have a new bowler coming in. That's in the air. That's going to take some catching. Victor it is. And he's taking it this time, Clivers.
This time he has.
He's taking it this time. And that is exactly what Mount Olive did not want to happen. They've lost Victor, who really turned their innings around tonight. But he's gone now. And they need somebody else to put up their hands tonight and say, hey, let me take you home tonight.
The question is, who is going to do that? And Millet, they kept digging, they kept bowling the lines, bowling the length. On this occasion, it was not the best delivery that the bowler could have bowled, but Victor just mishit this one. It went straight up and took some catching, but of course, the fielder was equal to the task and took it very comfortably in the end.
Well, they're under a bit of pressure, so you expect them to take chances. Of course, cricket is, you do the basics, but every now and then you got to do the extraordinary. And I think he was trying to push along and trying to get some runs, but the task proving a little too much for him in the end. And Isidore comes in to replace him, and Mount Olive's slipping into further trouble.
And they would have crossed while the ball was in the air, so Kyle Adonis is on strike, and he would have to take over from where Victor would have left off if Mount Olive had to get a chance. And this one is full and misses everything. Wicketkeeper moving Chaz is unable to glove this one. Goes through dot ball again, and more pressure on Mount Olive.
Well, definitely, they need to reduce on those dot balls. I'm not sure that they have the batting power that Victor possessed in at the wicket right now. So right now, what they need to do is they need to find those singles, find those twos, and of course, when you get that occasional bad ball, you put it away.
And single takes the score to 71 for 6. 71 for 6. Still a further 53 runs adrift. As they come in, and this one, he wraps him on the pads. Isidore looking to turn this one into the onside.
This one seemed to have moved a bit.
Isidore slicing this one out towards, and this one chance of a run out. Good backing up there, good backing up, good fielding, good running by Mount Olives, and they're really looking to get a move on with things.
A good cricket all around there, good running, a good throw, good backup as well. So good bit of cricket. Okay, so once again, driver vehicle number 2811. I apologize, there's something wrong with your vehicle actually. So could you attend to your vehicle, please? Driver vehicle 2811. There is something wrong with your vehicle. So please attend to your vehicle. Thank you. So Clive, back to the cricket. The proceedings in the middle. And 75 for 6 in over number 13. 51 needed. Game on, you think?
Still game on, but the real issue for Mount Olives is that wicket column.
Yeah, definitely.
6 of them have gone down in this encounter. So it's a big ask now to ask your lower middle and your tail to come in and get those 51 in those 42 deliveries.
Definitely, but good opportunity for someone to put up their hands and say, okay, let me take you home.
And we have a bowling change. We have a bowling change, and it's Xavier Gabriel, who seems, you mentioned earlier that he is coming in really late in the innings, and Xavier Gabriel, pacer and shot and coming through, and wide, he starts off with a wide.
Well, that seems to be a Millet's strategy. They use Aloysius and Leo up front. Kester comes in the middle, and then Xavier comes almost to the back end of the inning. So you have pressure from all sides.
And Xavier is again into Adonis.
Digging this one in really, but not getting the height that Leo generated from the other end. Although they might be similar in pace, but Adonis is flashing hard at this one. And had he just gotten a bit of bat to that could have gone anywhere really with the extra pace that Xavier generates. That could have gone anywhere, but not making contact, and goes through to keeper Charles, who's standing quite a bit of distance
away. Xavier again into Adonis, and Adonis is just dabbing this one down.
There's a chance for a run out,
and
there's a terrible throw. But of course, the backup. And Millet has been good in the field, except for maybe a couple catches going down. They have not given away too many, or maybe Mount Olive have not capitalized on their mistakes tonight. But all in all, the equation definitely favoring Millet right now. And like Pastor Morris normally say, the win predictor is probably 75-25 in favor of Millet tonight.
It probably is a bit higher, judging by what is going on out here, and the kind of cricket that Millet has been playing tonight. As Xavier comes in to Isidore, and this one, Mervyn Charles, bringing back the younger days, is wicketkeeper Mervyn Charles, diving to his left. Wow.
Well, I guess we can comfortably say bringing back the slimmer days as well. Very, very good take by Merv, diving to his left. and taking a very good catch. Again, this is down the leg side. There's an appeal, a stifle one, but umpire Aristides stretches out the arms. Another wide, another run, and of course helping the Mount Olive's cause.
Mount Olive move on to 77. The equation is still very close. One bat over and Mount Olive would be back in business.
Definitely. I'm not sure if the batsmen at the crease now have what it takes to execute that bat over, but one would be open. So another wide delivery. So Gabriel just straining in his line there, going down the leg side with this one.
One would believe that Xavier Gabriel is trying to make this game a little bit more interesting. He seems to think that the win predictor is too much in favor of Millet, so now he's trying to even things out a bit by his indisciplined bowling.
But from what I know from Gabriel, that would be far from the case. You know, he's one of those guys who look to tighten the screws every opportunity he gets. Of course, that's just not getting it right there. Could be a couple of things just maybe falling away at the wicket. Maybe the conditions are not the best suited for fast bowling, but anything can contribute to that. But Mount Olives would not mind those extras at all.
Certainly not. Xavier Gabriel, he got it back. He got the radar right on this last delivery. He comes in again, and he is missing the line again. Is Xavier Gabriel. He's really helping the cause of Mount Olive with some wayward bowling in this over.
Definitely, not only the extra run, of course he gives them that extra ball, and of course overs are now becoming crucial for Mount Olives now. As we've left 10 overs now, we start to go into single-digit overs now. So overs now becoming very, very important as well as runs. So 80 for 6, and the over comes to an end. Not the best over in terms of his line. Of course, not giving away too many in terms of runs, but not the best over in terms of his discipline.
Right.
So they would want him to get back online pretty quickly and put an end to this as quickly as possible. So it's going to be Kester Shalman, it looks like, who's going to come back into the attack. Of course, he's a leading wicket taker in this tournament. He's going to end it as the leading wicket taker and also the leading run scorer. So
what a tournament for Kester Shalman.
Oh, he definitely had a gem of a tournament.
We're into the business end of things, and of course Mount Olives, the screws have really been tightened as Kester comes in to bowl to Adonis. Adonis is pushing this one into the offside, and every dot delivery keeps adding more pressure onto Mount Olive and just making the chances a little bit slimmer in terms of win predictor.
Well, I think the chances basically went out the window when Victor got out. I think it's elementary right now. Good delivery there from Kester, beating Adonis outside the off stump. I think it's just going through the motion right now. I do not think that the remaining batsmen have what it takes to mount a challenge enough to take Mount Olives close enough or over the line tonight.
And with the bowling that Millet has left, of course, it would add even more pressure to that situation for Mount Olive. Kester again rushing Kyle Adonis, and he's unable to get any bat onto this one. The ball just bubbles into the offside out towards the Ferdman area, but no harm done, no run result in another dot ball. More pressure on Mount Olive.
Well, from what we've seen from Millet, they do know how to win, and they know how to close off an inning. Although he's hitting this one well, but we'll just get a single. They come back for the second. There could be trouble. Better throw needed there, but good running, good awareness by the batsman, and it looks like Adonis is down, and assistance has been called onto the field for him. So this is not what you want to see for any cricketer, but even more telling is him going down for Mount Olives at that time, having lost 6 wickets, and we're not sure if he'll be able to continue his innings. So just a lot more problems all around for Mount Olives tonight.
Problems all around. The conditions are pretty tight, pretty difficult. Adonis is rolling over. Must have slipped, could have tripped. his bat was in the mix as well as they came through for the second and safely too. A good running on their part as Adonis hit this one out towards square leg. The conditions for the fielders is very difficult, even though for the batsmen as well. Very challenging for them. Adonis looked for the hustle through for the second one. He came through safely in the end, but not before he did some damage to himself. It looked like
he's up now.
He's up.
And it's never good to see any player going down with injury. So let's hope he can continue his innings. I'm not sure how much that will affect his abilities at the wicket. But just 43 needed of 6. We say just, but looking at the equation, it looks like a mountain for Mount Olives right now.
And there's a signal. Somebody else is being called on.
So, yes. Kyle is going to go off.
You would think that Kyle would do a Darren Sammy did for Zalmi. One-legged soldier hitting the boundary frequently.
It's not to be tonight. And Mount Olives losing another batsman, not being dismissed though, but via injury. And this is never good for the game. So we have a new batsman replacing Kyle. Maybe he might be able to go back in if he's needed at the end. But of course, if it's a foregone conclusion, then probably no need to go back and risk for the injury.
But Shem Alexander comes in to replace Kyle Adonis, who was left hurt. But in this version of the game, moving, it's never over.
No, it's never over.
Because
unless it's mathematically over.
Correct. 3 bad deliveries in a row can really change the things up. And Shem is driving very nicely. A chance of a run out. And wrong end selected. Shem is driving straight to the fielder. A little bit of a misfield, and he decided to come through for the single.
But I think that the end could have had a dismissal as well, but a better throw was required, and it was not the best of throws. You could see a wicketkeeper moving with a bit of exasperation, not getting a good enough throw, and that allows Mount Olives to go through for the single. But good awareness to take on those singles.
Too little, too late, and again.
And this is our
Isidore, and
direct hit this time.
Direct hit, and he's gone.
Direct hit.
Who is gone? It is Shem Alexander.
It looks like Shem. They had not crossed. So Shem is going to pay with his wicket. And this is all going wrong really, really quickly for Mount Olives tonight. Look, Millet is definitely climbing that mountain tonight. And
they're almost well and truly over that mountain.
Yes, so definitely.
Judging by how things are going. And the 7th wicket falls for Mount Olives. The score is on 83. I think now the panic button has been pressed for Mount Olives. It's chaos in the middle for them.
Well, I think evacuation have started. I think we were past the panic button. At this time, I think they've definitely accepted, okay, we will not get over the line tonight. And so it looks like Millet, from our vantage point, is going to win the inaugural Chaz Cepal knockout tournament. But of course, there's still 5 overs to be bowled, 42 runs to get, just a little above 8 runs on over. So
very, very gettable.
It is still a game of cricket, very gettable. But of course, like you said, troubling for Mount Olives is the wickets column, having lost 7 wickets, with Kyle maybe unable to continue. So you may be just looking at 2 more wickets in hand.
That is absolutely correct. Isidore to face the music. Xavier gave you a pace.
This one is in the air. Gonna take some catching though. I think they've lost it.
Wicketkeeper is under, and it's over for Isidore.
And you always want to see your wicketkeeper under those skied deliveries. Of course, having the added protection of the glove, you would think that he's probably one of the best catchers on the side. And in this case, wicketkeeper Mervyn Charles making absolutely no mistake in this one. And Millet definitely inching a lot closer to this one. So it should be Shadrach Theodore to come in to face the music. We haven't seen that chin music from Xavier tonight, but definitely from Leo from the other end. A bit of chin music tonight. And as a former fast bowler, this was pretty good to see tonight, I must say.
Certainly. At any time, any bowler, it's really nice to see a fast bowler really putting the batsman under some kind of pressure. Shadrach Theodore comes in to replace Isidore.
But they crossed while that ball was in the air, so he will not be on strike at the moment.
Yes.
So Shadrach, a spectator at the non-strikers, maybe the safest place for him right now.
Alexander
And he
bowled
bowled
him. Xavier 2-2. Xavier Gabriel bowled him, and it looks like Millet has a hand on the inaugural Chaz Cepal Knockout Tournament trophy for 2022.
I don't think they have both hands on it right now. Definitely both hands, and definitely this is all over for Mount Olive. There's no coming back from this at this point in time. And of course, don't forget they are one batsman down. Kyle
back.
Well, Kyle is now coming back, but of course, too little, too late. Too much left to do.
He has to find the boundary. He can't run. He's struggling to walk, and he really needs to find the boundary. And of course, you know, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty.
Yes, it is.
And Kyle can come there and get a 20-run over and change the complexion of this game. Very unlikely, but possible.
Quite possible. And you would remember the story of a limping green age. You know, never trust a limping green age. But those batsmen of old would come in, you know, injured, and Mount Olive would be hoping that Kyle can mount some sort of resistance tonight.
Xavier Gabriel is on a hat-trick, and Kyle is coming on, and Xavier Gabriel is giving him the charge, but too much pace, and the hat-trick averted. Xavier Gabriel, he had taken 2 in 2. He was on a hat-trick. Kyle giving him the charge, but this delivery was not straight enough. Had it been a straight delivery, he might have gotten that hat-trick.
Right, definitely, and I think he would have been probably the first one in the tournament. And Kyle is hitting this one to mid-wicket. Shadrach is a bit half-pitch, but no chance of a run there as Anderson Charles, not fielding cleanly, but recovering well.
But a good stop. It was hit directly to him.
A good stop.
And
he hit with some power as well.
Some power as well from Kyle. Swinging for the fences is Adonis as he faces up to Xavier Gabriel. Xavier Gabriel has taken 2 wickets in the over so far. And he bowls to Adonis. This one is in the air.
Anderson is there.
And he takes it.
And it's all over here at the Balata.
And
it's a no ball.
Anti-climax.
Oh, premature celebrations for the Millet fans who have invaded the field. But good sights to see here. Nonetheless, Climbers. Exciting cricket. The fans are really into the game. And I think the fans were celebrating more than the players on the field. But definitely good to see. Good atmosphere. Not the best of cricket from Mount Olive tonight. But nonetheless, a very good atmosphere here at the Balata playing field.
Certainly a good atmosphere. Excitement. And this was an anticlimax for the fans. And they thought it was over.
But I don't think it was anticlimax. I think it's a bit prematurely. But definitely, the end is definitely near. And of course, just before we go, I want to just say thank you to Cepal Holdings. That's big, it's big. That is a big one.
Where was this man?
Maybe a last Hail Mary from Mount Olive. Shadrach Theodore. Just putting this one for cow corner. And maximum 6 runs. And maybe just raising the hopes of Mount Olive a little.
Maybe just quieting down the fans of Millet who think that they would have won the tournament already. But does Shadrach Theodore have other ideas? And he looks to, because he's really taken this one to Xavier, and they've moved the field around the
Well, what this has done is it has forced Captain Merv to rethink his strategy. Millet probably taking it for granted that this match was all but over. And Shadrach hitting this one over cow corner for 6 has forced their hand. And now we've seen him adjusting the field. 34 to get from 5 overs. Game on, I think, if Shadrach can stay in there. Oh, it's bowled him! And the celebration comes just a ball later. But it comes nonetheless. And
but it wasn't it the free? The free had gone.
The free had gone for 6. And Millet has won the inaugural Chaz Cepal T20 knockout tournament, and it was always in the writing. They've been dominant throughout the tournament. They had a bit of a scare against Labia in the semi-finals, but they came through there
and emphatic victory for them.
An emphatic victory tonight, stamping the authority over Mount Olives tonight. And I always thought it was going to be a bit of an uphill challenge for Mount Olives. Like I said, they had not had a lot of cricket, competitive cricket, coming in to the finals tonight, where they got a buy into the finals, and so they were just sitting, waiting for the winner of Labe DC and then Labe Millet. And so it took a while before they got back into competitive cricket. And tonight, not able to surmount 125. And you would have thought maybe Millet probably was 25, 30 runs short at the innings break. But they've come back. The bowling machinery, which has been so good for them the entire tournament, has defended 125 tonight, winning by 34 runs tonight.
And an emphatic victory. It's not just a close victory, but an emphatic victory for Millet. Millet getting just 125. And kudos to Mount Olive. They're able to restrict a good batting unit to just 125. But the fielding and the bowling for the Millet team was on point tonight, and able to claim a 34-run victory over Mount Olive. A very good finals all in all, and good cricket all around.
Well, I mean, good cricket all around, good finals. You probably would have wanted to come down a little closer, maybe, a little bit more excitement towards the end. But I think a good outcome, I think the right outcome. Millet played the better cricket tonight. They did not get that many in their turn at the crease. But cricket is a game of two halves, and you posted 125, but you now come and you defend 125, and they did that tonight. So Clivers, it's been a so Clivers. That takes us to the conclusion of the cricket business for the APL Cepal Holding Chaz Cepal Knockout Tournament. And while we're there, let me just say a big thank you to Cepal Holdings for sponsoring this tournament. Of course, for all your concrete and building material needs, it's all about Cepal Holdings. You can just visit them in the Rosa Valley or at Shock Estate. So, it was... and look, they
on the Bexar Highway,
they're making money, so they're expanding, which is good for business. So they're now expanded to the Bexar Highway. So thank you so much for Cepal Holdings for sponsoring this tournament. I think it was a wonderful tournament, and I hope we see another edition next year and the years to come. But we're getting set for the presentation ceremony here tonight, Clivers. But all in all, I think fans were treated to a decent game of cricket tonight. Like I said, some would have said, oh, we'd have a little more runs, but that's the way the game goes.
That is the game. That is how the game is played. And Mount Olive did well to restrict Millet to the 125. And but Millet, were able to raise their game and come through and get that 34-run victory. So the game itself was a good game. The fans brought the excitement as well. The Millet fans, as well as the Mount Olive fans. When I came in, somebody announced their presence that Mount Olive was in the house, and I guess tonight it just didn't happen for them in terms of the results. But good cricket, and I thought what failed Mount Olive was the approach to the chase of what seemed to be a small total.
Well, they're definitely in the house. They just don't own the house tonight. It may be a question of whether batting was challenging out there tonight. We did not explore that, but it could be that the pitch was a difficult one to bat on. Millet scoring only 125 and coming back and restricting Mount Olive to only 91. That could raise a question of maybe the pitch was not as easy to bat on as we probably suspected. But at the end of the day, Millet did what was required. They defended what they posted in the innings at the wicket, and that is how you win a game of cricket.
But if you look at the innings of Kester, there are a couple of standout innings in both teams batting. You look at the 50 from Kester, and you also look at the batting of Victor for Mount Olive, and then it kind of contradicts your point that the conditions were difficult. But those guys were able to get a hang of it, of the pace of the wicket, and they did well.
Well, not necessarily contradict the point. If you notice, Victor in particular, he scored mainly off the bad deliveries. Anything that was pitched on the wicket, up to him. He just had to defend it. Couldn't even get the ball off the square. So, but those full tosses, those short deliveries where the bowler missed his length or missed his line, these were dispatched. And of course, this is what batsmen would do, and the better batsmen would do it with even more style. You know, it takes me back to an inning I saw from Jason Simon, who pounced on anything short. Of course, he also got the highest individual score of 95 in the tournament earlier on. But you got to put those bad balls away. But there was not that much batting on the pitch. You did not see many drives. You did not see many cuts. You did not see many balls being guided away. So it was fairly difficult batting when the ball was pitched on the wicket. But when it was short or when it was full, that was dispatched.
Good assessment here.
So I think we're just about ready for the presentation ceremony. So we are going to hand over to the Director of APL Business, Cyrus Cepal, who will take us through the presentation ceremony.
I'm good. Yeah. Millet. Turn the speaker. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together for both teams for wonderful, exciting, top-class cricket. Right here at the Balata playing field, the APL tournament. #1, oh yes, indeed. And then we have the crew of Cepal Holding, okay, the sponsors of the tournament, the Chaz Cepal Holding tournament. And tonight, we have with us some other special persons. Earlier, you heard from the Windward Island coach, Mr. John Eugene. We had Mr. Johnson Charles, who was here earlier, but then he has left. Okay. We also have with us the Honorable Minister of Sports, Honorable Kenson Kazame, who's always there with us, even before he was a minister. And then we will ask him at this time to say a few words. Honorable, the floor is yours.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, good night, everybody. First and foremost, congratulations to both teams on a very keenly contested final. I must say that both teams, they represented their respective areas and churches very. I had a call with Wayne Girard a little earlier, and I was telling him that we were waxing Millet, but in the final analysis, Millet came back, fought well, and congratulations to Team Millet. I also want to say congratulations to Mount Olive. You continue to represent the community of Grosley very well. I am very, very, very proud of your efforts. And of course, the competition on the field is very, very important. 22. I think we've gone through a lot as a nation as it pertains to sports, and the efforts made by persons in terms of the organizing committee, the efforts made by the athletes cannot go unyielded. And so I want to encourage you all to continue to show the good sportsmanship that we've seen throughout these tournaments, and I look forward to continuing to provide as much support that I can as the Minister for Youth Development and Sport for this cricket tournament and many more. Congratulations to both teams. Enjoy the rest of your night. Well done, Millet.
Thank you very much, Honorable. And as the Honorable has said that he will be supporting us. I was about to say sponsor. He will be supporting us, all right, in our other tournament, which is starting Sunday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in 5 different venues around St. Lucia with 26 teams. Okay, Saturday night is a grand opening ceremony. But tonight we have with us also the youth director. Okay, technicians. We have the youth director of the St. Lucia Mission of SDA. He will say a few words on behalf of the pastors and also the St. Lucia Mission and the, under which the tournament is being run. Okay, but as he is ready to come, let me also thank my executive members of the APL who did a wonderful job throughout the tournament, including the Mr. Carroll and the protocol committee, Lisa, and all the rest. I cannot mention all, but let's put our hands together for the executive committee who did a wonderful job. And also, my 2 international umpires, Lucia. That's 2 umpires for us, the APL tournament, King Karu and then Barry of Minibus, okay, the team Minibus. We thank you, gentlemen. You did a wonderful job. Also, we would like to thank the Babono Constituency Council. They have allowed us, the APL, to use the Balata playing field. And the Balata playing field now is almost like our home ground for APL. And we also thank them because for the lights, they have allowed us to just pay directly to Lucilec. So therefore, we do not pay the extra amount. So we say thank you very much to the Babono Constituency Council. Let's put our hands together for them. All right, so at this time, Pastor Randolph, a few words from you, sir.
Good night, everybody. Let me just thank all of you for being here tonight. Of course, we had a wonderful APL match again. Let me just congratulate both teams for making it to the finals. Mount Olives, hard luck to you. But Millet, we want to congratulate you for winning yet another APL tournament. This, put your hands together for them. You know, this inaugural APL Chaz knockout tournament has really taken APL to another level. We want to thank the sponsors. All right, we want to thank the executive committee of the APL under the leadership of Mr. Cepal. And we just want to thank our fans for making APL what it is, and especially the finals for what it was tonight. We started with 22 teams, and these are the last 2 teams standing. You should be proud of yourselves, Mount Olives, but hard luck. You had to settle for 2nd place. We want to congratulate Millet again. We will be starting the APL League on Sunday, but what Mr. Cepal did not tell you is that on Saturday night, there will be a grand exhibition match. The pastors of the St. Lucia Mission of Seventh-day Adventists and a few elders will be taking on the APL sponsors 11. All right? That includes sponsors and executive members.
Including the minister.
Including the Minister of Youth and Sports. So we want you to come here and support, support this game on Saturday night. It will be lit, and you will be surprised to see what the outcome will be. Pastors versus APL 11. Come on Saturday night and come have fun with us as we celebrate yet another tournament. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much, Pastor Randolph. Technicians? All right, thank you very much. And then finally, we will be hearing from the sponsor, Cepal Holding, the manager, Jenna Cepal, my little sister. So she will now come to say a few words on behalf of Cepal Holding, and right after that, we will move into action with all what we have there. I see we have a cake here. I'm reading on the cake, swing your back shit well. Okay, so somebody will be getting that cake. That was Chaz's theme. All right, so we will be getting into the ceremony right after Jenna, manager of Cepal Holding, has given us a few words.
Okay, you heard me? Good night to everyone. We want to say everyone for supporting this tournament. We were pleased to be the sponsors of this tournament, and we want to say thanks to everybody who supported. We want to also recognize the two teams, Mount Olives and Millet, for making it thus far in the tournament. You both did very well, but a special congratulations to Millet, the winning team. All right, so we look forward to the other tournaments. We don't know, maybe not as sponsors, but we will be supporting in whatever way that we can. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Jenna Cepal. All right, good. So we're getting into action right now. Officer Bunny, come to support me. Okay, so Cepal Holding, you will send the person who will be presenting on the minister shortly. All right, so come here, officer. All right, so then you will be selecting. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have here now, we are giving the prizes for the half centuries we had for the tournament. Let us start with the second place team, Selwyn Boys, his first inning of 62. Come up, Selwyn Boys. Agnes, come to. Selwyn Boys had 62, 42, 13, and today, well, okay, today was a bad day. All right. Also a half century from Bonneuville, a representative from Bonneuville come to collect for Malcolm Monroe's 82 runs. Representative for Bonneuville, Africa. Come quickly, Africa. Yes, half century. And stay right there, Africa, because we have another Bonneuville player with 62 runs, half century, Tonya Simon. All right. Then, yes, thank you. All right, we also have, if there is a representative from Deriso, we have Dylan Marshall, half century. Do we have a rep from Deriso? Oh, Pastor. Deriso, that's Pastor's team. Dylan Marshall, half century. All right, and Pastor in his last match scored 35, but you missed the trophy, Pastor. All right, we have from Millet. He scored 48 in one inning and 70 in another inning. Scott Justin, half century trophy.
We have another half century there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a gentleman who scored 8, 18, 38, 91, 52. So multiple half centuries, Kester Shalmine. So he had a 91 and today a 52. All right, Pastor Morris, come to receive this one on behalf of your team, Millet. The highest score in an inning, 95 runs, that's Jason Simon of Labing. 95 runs.
Officer, do you have another multiple half century there?
All right, so we have another person here with a multiple half century. He scored 70 and 84. So a representative, Pastor Randolph, for Mon Report, that's Descat. Shadrach Descat, he had a 70 and 84. Yes, Pastor is collecting it on behalf of Mon Report. All right, 4 wicket hauls. I saw some young men a while ago. DC United, we need a representative here to collect on behalf of Tyler Sukwa, who had a 4 wicket haul of another free wicket. So Tyler is the second highest most wickets, total of 10. captain of DC United, collecting on behalf of Tyler Sukwa. All right. We had another 4-wicket haul by Sean Ross Edward of Carol's Kitchen Strikers, collect on behalf of your player. 5-wicket haul, Sean Edward, minister, no, but Ross. Okay, so the most wicket in one inning. Okay, highest wicket haul. All right, and that was 6 wickets in one match for I think about 5 runs. Marius Isidore. Marius, I know you're watching us at home. So do we have a rep to collect on behalf of Marius Isidore? Africa is coming. All right, Marius from Bonneval, 6 wickets. All right, what do you have left there, Officer Benny? All right, most wickets in the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, most wickets. 3, 5, 1, 2. A total of 11 wickets, Kester Shalmine. For most runs, ladies and gentlemen, before the match today, this is how it was. 3rd place with 155, 2nd place with 159, 1st place with 197. And after tonight, 3rd place jumped to 1st place, 207 runs, most wickets, Kester Shalmine. Sorry, most runs. Most runs, Kester Shalmine. 8, 18, 48, 91, 52. All right, what do you have left, Officer? MVP of final. Oh. All right. So at this time, I will call on the captain. Mr. Charles, come quickly, get the other mic. Oh, okay, we get that. All right, so at this time, we will have the captain of the 2nd place team, Mr. Charles, to come up. He will say a few words very quickly, and after that, he will be receiving his prize. The 2nd place.
The 2nd place.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Come, Mr. Charles. No, you'll have to present it.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I want to congratulate the Millet team for giving us a good run. Wow. We thought it was in our domain to overhaul your score, and we were doing it pretty fine, but some run-outs came in your favor, and we were pegged back. But on the back foot, you can still hit some 6s and scores some 4s. And we tried that, but in the end, it did not eventuate in our favor. But congratulations to all of you again, and we're going to meet again in another final. We're going to meet, certainly we're going to meet again in another final.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that was him. That's who you collected on behalf of Dylan Nash.
We are happy for the 2nd place.
Yes.
And
so at this time, Mr. Charles, we'll have Jenna Cepal and Tindai was Ariel. Right, Ariel. I call you Tindai so much. Ariel, Cepal Antoine, who will be doing us the honor. So we have the monetary prize of $500 and also the trophy. All right, and then we will have the medals being presented afterwards. So all Cepal Holding will be doing us the honor so we can expedite the process. All right, so Mr. Charles, let your team come to join you here as we receive. Officer Benny, you take the medals. Come, everybody. 2nd place. Give everybody one. All right, so let the team members come. Officer Benny, don't mix it with the goal.
What's that? $500, eh? Bye, bye.
Go to that, you go and give yours. Thank you very much. And at this time, I will call on now Samina Cepal, mother of Chaz Cepal, who will say a few words and will be also presenting something special. All right? And let me also add that she contributed $1,500 towards the tournament. So let us put our hands together for her. Mics. You can just hold the mic by your mouth. Just let her hold it. Come here. Come. Right. Okay, a few. Yes.
Good night, everybody. It's just absolutely amazing to be here tonight. Chaz would have been 21 yesterday. Yesterday was his birthday, so this is like the grandest way we could have celebrated. You know his thing was swing your bat and wish it well. So I got this cake made for his birthday yesterday, and I'd like to present it to the winning team.
Captain.
So somebody come to get it, and who is the person who played overall for the tournament?
We'll announce it in a while. So say what you say.
I want to give something to that person.
Okay,
as well.
you'll come back.
All right. This cake, it says swing your bat and wish it well. Enjoy with your teammates on behalf of us. Enjoy.
Thank you. Okay, present to him. Present it to him. All right, thank you very much. So, Kessa, give the cake and come back. And come back here right now. Okay? All right, so at this time now, ladies and gentlemen, I will call on now the Honorable Minister to come and join us here. Lance, we want a representative of your group to join us here. Or Mr. Lance himself. Which one? Okay, she's coming. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister assisted us with the live streaming, contributed $1,000 towards the live streaming. This will be presented to Mr. Come. So let's hear it for our Honorable Minister. Say the Honorable. And also the Honorable Minister contributed $1,000 towards the first place team. Captain? Where's the captain? Oh. $1,000. Come on, people. Let's hear it for... Thank you very much, Honorable. And I will not tell you how much he told me that he will give for next year. I will not tell you. All right, good. So at this time now, ladies and gentlemen, I will call on now Miss Preville. Miss Preville will be coming to announce the MVP of the final. Miss Preville. Yeah, you can just hold it.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to both finalists. A job well done. A round of applause for Mount Olive for getting here to the finals. A very good performance. We had some notable performances this evening from the losing team, Mount Olive. We had Carrick Victor scoring 47 runs.
Yeah. Move just now.
And for the Millet team, Anderson Charles 28 runs.
Next one. Come there.
Xavier Gabriel bowling 2 overs, 3 for 13 runs. MVP of the finals from the Millet team, Captain Kester Shalmine, scoring an unbeatable 52 runs. Congratulations, Kester.
Technician, mic for me. Mic for me, technician.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me with scores of 8, 18, 38, 91, 52, and with wickets like 3 wickets, 5 wickets, 1 wicket, 2 wickets. Ladies and gentlemen, the MVP of the tournament, Kester Shalman. Come. All right.
The kick? Oh.
All right, stay there, Kester. All right. We have Sammy is coming to do another presentation towards the man of the series, MVP of the series. Okay, yes. And tell us what it is. Ooh, $500 to the man of the series, Kester Shalmine. Wow. Wonderful. All right. Kester, the stage is yours now. You're the captain of the winning team. You got most wickets. You got most runs. You got man of the series. You got man of the final. You got everything. Say something now.
Thank you to the sponsors, first and foremost. Thank you to each and everyone involved in organizing this competition. I dedicate the MVP of the final to Chaz, and also scoring most runs, swinging my bat and wishing it well. Thank you to everyone who came out, all the supporters. Thank you to Mount Olives, undefeated, I mean, until tonight, but you all played well, you all bowled well. It was a good game of cricket. Thank you to each and every one of you here can see me. And we look forward to the next APL competition. Thank you.
Right. And stay right there, Mr. Kester, because you have now from Cepal Holding, you have another amount of $1,000 to the team for placing first from Cepal Holding. Come on, let's put our hands together for.
Thank you.
All right. I can see our people up, Tetchime. Yes, Tetchime. Hello, Tetchime. All right, we come in just now. All right, good. Okay, so at this time now, we will be presenting the medals to the team, the Cepal Holding team. Okay, so players, you are coming to receive the medals, the first place championship medal. And then after that we will come there. After that we will. Camera and so on to take their team photos. So I need Honorable Minister, the Youth Director to come back up here, and Jenna Cepal, Manager of Cepal Holding, and Kester.
Yeah.
Come up front and cameras. All right, Jenna.
Yeah.
hold the first place trophy. Honorable, come on the side also. Sponsor and Pastor, come on the side also. For sponsoring. All right, come in the photo. Cameras, action. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's head for the winning team of the Chaz APL Cepal Holding Knockout Tournament, Millet! Make sure we get some good photos, huh? All right, so the team, we want some photos with you with the dignitaries. Come, the team. Okay, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I hand over to Mr. Mervyn James and also Mr.
Quidley.
Pastor Quidley Morris, who will now be doing the final remarks and closing and so on, talking about the tournament while we take some photos here. Thank you once again to our commentators, Mervyn, Pastor Morris, Mr. Craig Wilson, and also Mr. Clivers Jules.
Oh. Una ligação.
Yeah, you're good there. Yes.
Thank you. Another tournament come to an end. Well put together, well organized. Chats. Farewell to Chats. What a final we had.
Definitely. Good game of cricket tonight. Of course, Mount Olive's commiserations to them. Congratulations to Millet, who really had been the team to beat this entire tournament. The cricket had been superb. They really never struggled in any of their games. Tonight, scoring just 125 in their innings at the crease, but able to defend that with great aplomb tonight.
Yeah, Mount Olive was very good in the field. They restricted the powerful batting lineup of Millet to just 125, but the batters could not put it together. So well done again to the APL family for all of the wonderful things that has happened over the past week. We played some cricket between showers, and sometimes the ground was wet on one side, but we played the game. So it is good to know that all this wonderful thing happened. What I have noticed to the many young people who play club cricket and represent St. Lucia and Windward Island, the cricket standard here has gone up. The cricket standard has really improved. The APL is about to fly, and we are hoping that as the next tournament starts, next week Sunday, we are going to see even better cricket, because these two teams really have set the table. They have set the mark so other teams to follow.
Okay, Pastor Morris, just before I comment on that, we have just one more presentation to make tonight. This is from St. Lucia Insurances, one of the sponsors of the tournament, and that is their contribution towards the lightning costs here at the Balata playing field. So $1,000 from St. Lucia Insurances. So we want to say thank you to them for coming on board to sponsor this tournament. So we're going to make that presentation to Mr. Cepal.
The CEO, yeah. The president, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you very much, Mr. Malika and Mr. Marius Isidore. Thank you for your contribution. So
back to the cricket. We had 13 teams. We started 13 teams. And of course, every match for every team is a virtual knockout. So there is pressure every time. You have to come out, if you play your best, you have to win to progress. I think one of the things that may have been a little challenging for Mount Olive tonight is not having played as much cricket as Millet did coming in to the finals. Of course, Millet having that hard-fought semi-final against Labey, and then coming with Mount Olives getting a buy into the finals. They did not have that much match practice under the belt. But like you said, a very, very good bowling effort to restrict Millet to 125, but just not quite able to mount the chase that was needed tonight to surmount that total.
Millet is the top team. What we notice, Labey have the batting, they don't have the bowling. And Millet has the bowling, they don't have the batting. So really, all praises to Millet. They won the inaugural champion. They won the championship last year, and now they won the knockout tournament. So we leave you with the news that Millet again is champion, and it's good to know that we have a team that is dominating cricket. First it was Labey, then it was Goodlands, and now we have Millet.
Of course, looking forward to the Saturday night game, Pastors versus APL 11. I think this is going to be a very good one. I am definitely supporting the APL 11 to win this one.
Okay.
But of course, thank you to our viewers on YouTube, on Facebook. They've been tremendous. The support for the APL is phenomenal. It goes worldwide, and I think we're going to be back with our commentary for the final round of the APL, which kicks off on Sunday.
Thank you.
So quite a bit of cricket to look forward to. I want to say thank you to the entire commentary team, Pastor Morris, myself, Greg Wilson, Clivers Jules, Uranius Charles,
all the guys
Jean-Jacques,
who came
and
by,
Georgie. If we missed anybody, thank you so much for your effort. And this is Mervyn and Pastor Morris signing off from the Chaz Cepal T20 Knockout Tournament. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Bye.